And ta-da!
Ah,
It's Super Gamecast 2, live once again from our bedrooms
for now and forever.
till at least April 30th.
My God, and likely longer.
Fuck, dude. No, don't say that, please.
You're here forever.
And ever and ever.
And, let's be honest, we were already here anyway.
Yeah, but like it goes back to Parker's point of like, and Nicole had a comment when we were doing prep of early pile in. Hi,
Hey,
Nicole.
how you
We
doing?
saw your lovely Totoro
Yeah,
in the Discord. Absolutely gorgeous. Thank you for posting that.
that was cool.
Yeah. So anyway,
Ooh,
you and I were talking about cell phones
we were talking about cell
because
phones.
yours is fucking
I'm trying to post to the Instagram, and it's
just fucking a struggle.
oh my God. Well, you know that thing where so it gives that haptic feedback while you're like texting. You're
Hmm.
getting you're so I'm like texting and that I won't get that feedback and then it'll all come in just all at once because it just realized that
That's
I was typing this whole time.
that's how you know that the fucking CPU in that thing is older than dirt.
Yup.
I'm gonna literally like price out just like all right. Let's see. Let's go. So an LG V6 Thin Q is a above average Android phone, and it is literally free.
For you,
Um, well, I'm curious to see how much new contracts are these days. So 128 gigs, decent phone. Oh, that's a $900 phone
oh my God.
that they are giving you for free. All right, so we know we are making a wireless account. No, I don't. Hey, Quinn.
How you guys doing?
Let's see.
I finished the rest of my breakfast.
How much data do you burn through in a month?
Not a lot, less than our amount, our allotted amount. Um,
Yeah, it's definitely more than. Yeah, I was gonna say it's definitely more than your than what you're currently doing. But yeah, for unlimited talk, text, and data, it's and 15G of mobile hotspot if you need it, it'd be $75 a month.
yeah.
So
See, I'm currently paying $30 a month.
yeah, which that's like absurdly cheap to me for a cell phone bill.
Yep.
Like I almost wouldn't believe it if you told me that was a thing.
Well, so it's a two-person plan. Me and my old roommate, uh, known in the community as Pokemon Maestro, share a plan, and we each pay $30 a month. Um,
Okay, so it's normally 60. Okay, so
yes,
yeah. Um, no,
I
real.
do need a new phone, but
Yeah,
been working on that computer, which is
I,
almost all the stuff is here. So
I actually feel that because I was actually looking at like my phone. Oh my god, this motherboard keeps going in and out of stock, and it's killing me.
hmm
And I'm just like, just stay in stock, please.
it's been weird watching PC Part Picker because they have a graph of prices increasing and decreasing for each item, and it's funny watching them kind of like move and stop and go and up and down the last month or so.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
they also took the power supply out of here because it's just
the power supply's been a big issue for me
like
because
it's
that's the one spot. What's the one thing I don't have?
yeah, well, yeah, like it's just yeah, well, like because the supply and demand right now is like literally stuff goes as fast as it comes in, right?
Right.
Because of the COVID.
So they're probably not getting as much stuff in as they usually do, as in the supplier.
No,
And then I think people like me and you are looking at this quarantine stuff and being like, I think this is a good time to build a new computer.
like Linus was literally talking about that. He did a video like
Yep.
I'm trapped at
Buy a computer
home.
now.
Yeah, like yeah, because it's
Because later in this year, we may have a supply shortage, or
yeah,
who
like
knows?
I'm just like fuck.
Of course, he
Like
said that in February, and I've just been dragging my feet.
well, not only that, but like even his newest video this week, he's like, I'm trapped at home. Great time to build a computer.
Oh, yeah, I watched that stream. Yep.
Yeah, like it's just like no, it's yeah, completely.
It's a mess. So, yeah, Quinn says he got his rig built
Yeah,
just in time.
yeah, no, it
So,
is that. Yeah, no, he's in great shape. That's I'm just the thing that annoys me is they take that shit out of your cart when it's out of stock, and I'm just like, no, just
leave it
tell
in there because that's what I want.
yeah, that's what I want. Just like let me know it's back in, and then like I'll go over to Amazon and Amazon will have it, but like or it'll be vice versa.
Right. And
Uh,
then Amazon will be like, we're trying to get, medical supplies and other essential things to people first.
and I'm the
So if your computer part, your power supply might be delayed depending on how we determine that as essential.
right, exactly. It's kind of madness, but
It's kind of madness.
if people didn't go ape shit when this when this pandemic started.
Uh,
I'm gonna buy 78 million rolls of toilet paper.
they're still gone. I still go to the Safeway and they're just gone. And I'm like, I don't get it. How are you
Well,
guys burning through so much?
they're not. It's like the people who missed that first wave.
Sure.
That's what's happening. It's like and I'm just like sitting here being just like, if you all just bought it like like nothing is stopping you from buying this shit like normal.
Right.
Nothing.
Uh, I I'm one person. I'll
Mhm.
be upfront about that. I'm just by myself. Since this has begun, I have gone through maybe one roll.
Um,
Like, I
we
don't get it.
we have a two-person household. We've gone through about 3 to 4.
Yeah,
Um,
the normal.
yeah, like
It's just that the it's made us conscious of it.
yeah, like it's just made it so you don't you think about it now. Or it's just like in the past you never no sane person did that.
But I don't think anyone's actually changing anything.
Yeah, no, yeah, well, exactly. Like it's just like it once again. It's immensely stupid.
Yep. Yep.
It's unbelievably stupid, and
Uh,
I'm just sitting here just like sighing, being just like
yep.
you know yeah like
Unfortunate.
yeah, that power supply that I always order and apparently it's not in stock.
Great.
Okay, noted. Bummer.
Yeah, the one power supply I was looking at is out of stock, and now the one that's like an upgrade, it was 750 watt, and there's like the 850 watt if you want to pay an extra $20. I'm like, I really don't, but
But I will.
maybe that's what's happening here.
I mean, at least they'll give me room if I want to put a second video card in, I guess.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Um,
Two
no.
1660 supers.
Or two 3080s. There you go.
Oh God, I don't have the
Oh,
money for that.
$1,600 a graphics card, boy. Plus
I will
a
get a motorcycle.
plus $150 SLI bridge.
Yeah.
Fucking A.
Nope.
No, doing two graphics cards in today's like ecosystem is fucking stupid. Don't do it.
No, it's really not smart. But
No, I know a dude who did two 1070s when the 10 series came out, and I'm like, you could have gotten the same performance jump just buying a 1080 and not have all the problems that comes with two graphics cards. Um,
it's what happens when you don't fully understand the difference between a 70 and an 80.
well, we actually had a guy who had my old boss had two 980 Ti's in his rig.
Okay.
And we noticed that certain games would not recognize the second 980 Ti.
Oh.
So
Huh.
that's a fair warning for everyone.
Yeah, okay. Jesus.
Like Forza Horizon 3 straight up just does not recognize the second video card.
Cool.
It's just like, no, that's there. Well, didn't know.
Oh my God. Anyway, yeah,
Um,
no, unfortunately I'm looking at other things that I need to start spending my money on and all of this and
like lights.
you're right, yeah. Um
$200 for one light feels good, right?
I am waiting on an apartment application that is supposedly has been in its final steps for the last few weeks, but is still not completely finished. Once I get that set up, I'll be able to set up my streaming situation in such a way that I won't have to have this ridiculous background and these weirdly placed lights anymore. It'll be nice and normal. But until then, I have all I need in my lighting situation, I suppose.
Um, by the way, this is the best graphics card you can get within reason.
What is that?
2080 Ti, baby.
Yep.
$1,080 if you want it new.
Dude, fuck that.
That's the price of like a decent gaming rig on its
A
own.
whole rig, yes.
That's nuts. I love it. Like I want to know the person who balls that hard. Cause like I thought about it when the series, like, cause that was the only one that was a real jump over the 1080, like a big jump. And I
Yeah.
seriously like sat and I thought about it. I was like, nah,
No, don't do that. Don't do
close,
that.
but nah.
Mm-mm.
So
Um,
especially because the 2080 non refurbished, you're looking at $700. And honestly, if you
okay.
shop around, you could probably get it a little cheaper.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, no, I was yeah, no, watching this computer prices go up and down while I wait on that stimulus check. Been a
Fun.
I caved. So I got that email from GameFly that like, oh, we don't know when we're gonna get you Final Fantasy VII,
Yep.
and I caved. I was like, fine, just fucking pre-order it from Best Buy.
That's how they
Um,
get you.
well, yeah, because it's like I don't have any other recourse.
Right.
Because you know Redbox isn't gonna have that shit.
No.
So it's just like, well,
Yeah, so
no.
this is what it is. I don't know. Our release schedule is such that I don't know, last I looked, I'm not like heavily invested myself in what's coming out in the next few months.
Well, it literally it was literally going to be like Last of Us and Wonderful 101, and
Right.
then and then it's kind of done until summer with Ghost of Tsushima, and
That's right, Ghost of Tsushima.
it's done again until fall. And Last of Us has now been delayed, which we'll talk about why in a news story later.
Yep.
But Last of Us is indefinitely delayed. So between now and September, it's literally a remaster of the Wonderful 101 and
Mm-hmm.
Ghost of Tsushima.
Look at these games. Snow Runner. There's a game that I would like to see some people do maybe a quick look at.
Fairy Tale, Rock of Ages 3.
There's the Trials of Mana coming to
Yeah,
PS4.
like the next big release is Avengers, and that's September 4th.
Wow.
So like you get Ghost on June 27th, and then nothing for 2.5 months.
I'm gonna. Oh wow, that's actually coming quick. I'm
This
gonna rent Cooking Mama Cookstar.
okay.
Yeah, why not?
I sure. So we're just back to doing quick looks. Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, we want to start doing that. Like, let me
I mean, as
know.
long as there's nothing else coming out, you know.
Let me. I'll talk to Anthony and see if he would wants to come over.
Ooh, new releases, Bubble Bobble for friends.
Dear Lord.
New Bubble Bobble. Come on.
XCOM on Switch. Bioshock on Switch. Borderlands on Switch.
RBI Baseball 20. I love fantasy games.
Divinity Original Sin 2 on Switch.
What's Disaster Report 4? Oh my
God,
god.
just
I
Aaron.
feel like I'm gonna have some dumb fun with my GameFly account in the next couple months.
I mean,
Dude, what is this game? Okay, all right. I'm not gonna look at any more, but I'm gonna rent that.
So what I'm gonna tell
That's gonna
you,
be
what I'm gonna
dumb.
tell you right now is I'm really glad that between Neo, Persona 5, and Final Fantasy 7, I am probably currently sitting on 230 hours of video game.
Yep.
Um, Now I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy Neo. I'm gonna play I'm gonna play it and see if I can finally get into another one of those. But we'll find out. But
Sure.
Persona, I know I like, and I like that Final Fantasy 7 demo enough.
Sure.
Um, so because this week, hey, I finished a game.
You finished a game.
I finished a game, and I'm here to give my final review of it.
Let's hear it.
And that is Doom Eternal.
Doom. Eternal Doom.
Doom, 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 doom,
E.
doom, doom.
Oh, that's what I
Uh,
should have been doing this whole time.
Garl says, "Oh, good. I just woke up." Laughing face at
Hey,
my
girl, how
at,
you doing?
at my terrible Gur impression. So, yeah, I finished Doom Eternal on the PC. It says 12 hours, but probably a little close to 13,
Okay.
based on, you know, the own counter in my head. And, alright, so I finally have this game added so much new shit, right?
Right.
I was finally able to wrap what I liked and what I didn't like together and be able to finally, okay, we got
Hmm.
it.
Yep.
Um so I think so the first thing I'm going to say is they added a ton of stuff. They added let's see, you guys should do the IGN review things. That would be cool. Yeah, we did that for what, between the
We,
both of
we
us,
we did it for a while, and it was great when we had an editor that was real good at putting those packages together to look like an IGN style review.
his
Um,
honestly looked better than the IGN reviews.
right, he was really good at it. But we don't have that guy anymore, and
Sa- Sadly, Batman retired.
yeah, no, and I get it.
Uh,
But yeah, that leaves us, and we're a couple jackasses that are like poking around in Resolve right now.
let's see.
Um,
Let's say I'm arting while listening to this instead of an art stream. If my design is derailed by your discussion, I have heavily blame you too.
I will take responsibility unless you make something truly unholy.
I want to see the final product. It might even be better.
I would love to see the final product.
But yeah, so let me go into, and also I do kind of prefer the review discussion type thing than I do full on those packaged reviews a lot of the time. And
Sure.
at the end of it, you still get a score from me anyway. So
Are we
uh,
scoring? Do we have a scoring system?
I'm just gonna go on the old school 5 point scale.
I'm a big fan of the 5 point scale.
So I'm sorry those people who get a 4 out of 5. I know it
4 out of 5
hurts.
is okay.
It hurts you. It hurts you on the Metacritic, but we don't have enough traffic to be on Metacritic. So
And rating on a 5 point scale is it just makes more sense because you start really, it starts getting real granular when you get to 10 point, let alone 10.0,
as
10.1.
as someone who has written literally hundreds of game reviews, yes, I
Yeah,
it gets stupid.
it
Like,
gets real dumb.
we used to be on a 100 point scale, and then we moved to a 20 point, and then we moved to a 10 point, and then we moved to a 5 point for a
Yep,
reason.
yep.
So 100 point scale is especially stupid.
That's
The
ridiculous.
only thing that could be dumber than that is if you had, say, an algorithm to plug it into.
Yeah, gee, I wonder.
Carl says, "Well, I have to eat later. Have fun on the podcast." You didn't listen to
Hey,
us and
man,
eat. Nothing stopping that.
who knows? Maybe you can only listen on the desktop and he has to go.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll see you around, man.
Yeah, well, I hope you come back. So,
Yeah.
Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal.
Doom. So they added a bunch of stuff to this.
Yes.
They added more platforming elements, with a dash and a double jump. They added like a swimming mechanic. They added this weird goo traversal mechanic. They've added multiple types of grenades. They made a way so you can get armor back along with health and ammo from enemies. And some of that stuff really works really well.
Yes.
I think the armor thing was smart and cool.
Yep.
I think that, but then some of it is like just worthless or like not fun, like or
It
just
just
serves
gets
no
in the
purpose.
way of enjoying the game sometimes. Just
Well,
introducing all the new systems.
like the goo traversal, like
Dude.
no one wants this.
Oh wow, fun.
The purple or the green, the poison or the movement. Neither of
Like
these are fun.
no.
The swimming in poison, not fun either. Like it sucks.
Sure.
The regular swimming sucks. The platforming's all right.
It's fine.
It's first person platforming, so there's always going to be issues.
Yeah.
But like it's not bad at least.
Nope.
But
But
like
it's fine.
yeah, so like and then I could not imagine playing this shit on a console.
Oh my God, man. It's I can't tell you. Ugh.
Because
So
I
like I've been doing a Doom Eternal Animal Crossing stream on Mondays. I'm gonna try to do it again tomorrow, but I am stuck on an early mission. I think like the second mission, because it just gets absolutely insane, and all I have is my joystick. Like, and I know I would be past this and moving on with a mouse and keyboard, but on a joystick, I don't know.
I
I don't know how people are doing it.
I played through all of my first run of the original Doom on a PS4 and had no problem.
Sure.
I am playing. I beat this on Hurt Me Plenty, and I looked at the the freaking. I was like thinking about it. I'm just like, I have no idea how you would do this on a controller.
Ugh.
Like, because I'm just like, you have to do precision shots against the brain guys.
Yep.
You have to do precision shots against the rocket guys. Because
Hmm.
like they've added this mechanic to where every character has a weakness that you got to prioritize, or most do.
Yep.
And then I'm just like specifically targeting that with an analog stick just seems impossible.
I've
Um,
adopted just moving the right stick to get to where I need to be, and like at like the right vertical level, and then strafing to fine tune where I am horizontally,
like
and that's if they stay still enough.
right, which most of the enemies in this are not fast movers. Like,
No, but they can get around.
yeah, yeah, like so. There's that. But they just crammed a lot. Why do I have two types of grenade?
Right.
Like, I always forget that I have the ice grenade. I always it's just it's almost like there's too many tools and
Way too many.
too much. Like they tried to they wanted to add in so many different mechanics. Like it almost feels like Quake at times.
Yeah.
Same thing with the lore a little bit. Like they even like they just like I like all the dumb lore they added. There's been a lot of debate on whether or not it's worthwhile, etc. But I like it.
Yep.
Um, but I understand why you would very much be like fuck this.
Yeah.
It's if you weren't if you were a fan of the more subtle storytelling in
Hmm.
Doom like 2016, then this would probably piss you off a little bit.
Right. It gets weird.
Yeah, so those are kind of all my complaints, and I know it sounds like I'm ragging on the fucking game, real hard because
We had this issue last week because the game is a lot of fun to play, and then we have to go. That said,
yeah. Oh, and two more things. So I got to try the two more bosses since the last boss I fought.
okay,
One of them is super fun.
great.
It completely works with the combat system of Doom. You're constantly moving, but you have to shoot the boss quick enough and all this other stuff. And the other one totally is just mediocre and boring as hell.
Great.
And unfortunately, that's the last one.
Oh my God. Okay.
It's also really hard as well because just stuff
Hard
keeps.
and boring?
Yeah, because okay, so You fight this giant thing. I'm not going to explain what it is, but you fight
Okay.
this giant thing. And he has 8 separate body parts
Okay.
that you need to destroy the armor off of, which you just do by, like, getting enough free time around you to shoot it off.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do the same thing to his 8 individual body parts when they're flesh.
Okay.
Okay, so the problem, the part that makes it hard is Homeboy just keeps spawning in tons of enemies.
Great.
Now,
Ugh.
granted, you can run around the map and get shit for your sword and separate reflexes and whatnot, but it's, it is what it is.
Yep.
And then the last thing is, so the bosses, in my mind, okay, they went from being terrible to being just, eh.
Sure.
And then lastly, the Marauder sucks.
Right.
Uh,
We heard one Ice-T this week about the Marauder.
I literally post about the Marauder on my Facebook, and I've heard nothing but people pissed off at this encounter.
Mm.
I,
Wow.
I know someone who he started one of the secret fights
Mm-hmm.
to get the special Doom 64 gun, and he
Okay.
saw the Marauder and immediately turned the game off. It's a coworker I used to work with.
uh,
Well, because he completely interrupts the flow of combat.
yeah.
He's not fun to fight. And then once you factor in later is the Windows flash drive supposed to cost $100? So no, what you're gonna want to do is you're gonna want to download Windows for free, the ISO. You can get that off their website onto a flash drive, like your own flash drive, and then you're gonna go and you're gonna go to a site called Kingwin, KINGUIN, and pay $30 for a Windows code there. And then you're gonna install the ISO, and then when they ask you for a Windows key, you give them the one you got off Kingwin. So there you go. So yeah,
Uh,
there's that.
I'll look up this website.
That would be it.
No, well, I'm actually like, what is this?
I'll pull up Kingwin right now.
I've just never heard of it before, and it's one of those things where I'm looking at it like, what was
Yep.
that other key site?
G2A.
Yeah.
Yeah, kingwin.net.
Um,
Even if this was like G2A, which it's not, but even if it was, my response is there's no reason that Windows should be $100 to $150.
that's fair. That I will agree with you
go
on.
get fucked, Microsoft.
Are you kidding me? You
Well,
are dominating the PC space as long as it's not like a Mac and you're charging that kind of money?
yeah, no, you can once again
Fuck off.
go fuck yourself.
Give me like a discounted Windows that doesn't have Microsoft Office stuff, and then like
That's
charge
not no,
the.
that's not Microsoft Office is separate, homie.
Oh, that's right. Are you kidding me?
This isn't a
You have like a
Mac.
Windows without the Microsoft Office, and you're still charging like 150
This
bucks.
isn't a
Fuck
Mac
you.
where it's
Are you
included.
kidding me? Ugh.
No. Yeah, you can get a home key for $27. And
I
you
just worry about like key reseller sites and.
so I'm gonna give you the way for sure that you know you're getting a safe key off these guys.
Mm-hmm.
One, you can pay for the insurance. That's like extra $2, and then the site will refund you. But what you want to do is you want to look for someone with a high rating and a bunch of orders. So like this one's perfect. They've completed over 50K orders, over 500,000 orders, and only one negative review.
Okay.
That's the kind of one you want to look for.
The Kingwin subreddit is a real interesting place to visit, though, I will tell you.
Oh, and it fill me in.
It is nothing but threads of people having issues with invalid keys they've redeemed, and asking for refunds and not getting anything, and being banned from their Discord
Well,
from the moment they enter.
well, I can tell you this: I've gotten 3 separate Windows keys off of them and never had problems.
Okay, like if nothing
So
else, it sounds like the Windows keys are working
yeah,
fine.
so I think this is people who are like buying like games off of it and being stupid about it.
Okay, just
Um,
yeah, do what you need to do, Garl, to get your Windows, because like you should get your Windows,
$100
but
fucking dollars is
don't
fucking
pay that money. That's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Like
I have been using a free version of Windows that Windows just gives you. They just always have the activate Windows thing in the bottom right corner. And the only person that's had a problem with my activate Windows in the bottom right corner is Bronson.
it shows up on stream. That's the part that
So
annoys
does the
me.
XSplit watermark.
Yeah, but that is because I'm not paying for XSplit.
Exactly.
Like, and I will give them that extra promotion if they need it. Fine. No, yeah, nextkeys.io, like if you go off these guys, you'll be okay. These guys are also fine, global games, like yeah, I'm gonna say don't buy it from one of the ones that's like yeah, like don't,
Just be
uh
careful out there.
yeah, no. Just know that you might set $30 on fire.
Yeah, just
Um
don't pay that price for what Windows is charging, because that's bull.
it's horseshit. It's the biggest of horseshit.
Unless you have the money to burn, in which case you're not asking this question. So
Yeah, no, like it's yeah, like I know people who are like, yo, you should pay for the full. Like, fuck you.
Windows has
Yeah.
enough money.
Microsoft had like Microsoft like even if they didn't, Microsoft gets like off of one business. Microsoft gets like you gotta think my every single computer in my office at work uses Windows.
Yeah,
They the office has to pay for each one of those.
sure.
Now they're paying a subsidized price because they're buying like 300 at once.
Yep.
But
But still.
let's say they're still paying like $20 a pop. Like
Hmm.
get fucked.
Right. Oh my God. Uh, anyway.
Along with all the copies of Office stuff they have to buy for that as well.
Yep.
Um. So back to Doom.
Doom Eternal.
Yeah, the Marauder sucks. Like, let's put it this way: it got to the point of once I had the BFG, if I saw a Marauder, that's what I used it on.
Sure.
He's not fun. He completely interrupts the flow of combat. Because if you get too far away from him, he starts to summon a familiar. That's a pain in the ass to deal with. If you get up too up close, he just does a ton of damage to you. And so you have to stay at this like kind of middle range and throw all your focus on him. And you know you can't do this in this kind of game unless everything else is dead.
Yep.
Um, he's just not fun.
Great.
It's unfortunate because every other enemy in the game is like fun or works within the Doom sandbox. This one
Yes.
sucks and does not.
Oh, man. Okay.
So yeah, real unfortunate to have that be an effect. Uh, so yeah, now let's talk about the good. Oh,
Let's talk about the good.
one last thing on the bad. Also, some of this sandbox encounters you will dash your way into a corner on accident and then get just there's no way out and then you die.
Okay.
So that's not
Great.
often, but it's a thing that happens.
It does happen.
So the good, this game looks and sounds incredible.
They
Uh,
still have that down.
this is one of the best looking games of the year. It's one of the best optimized games of the year. I'm on a 1080. I was playing at 1080p with everything maxed out, and I was at no frame rate problems at all. Was running at 120 FPS plus the entire time, making full use of my 144 hertz monitor. Fantastic. Um, so yeah, great presentation, art, A plus across the board.
Yeah.
You go to this castle in what is essentially hell, and I took it, and it was so gorgeous. I immediately was just like, okay, I need to take a screenshot of this.
Sure.
Yeah, so there's that. The music, same thing.
Yep.
This is a soundtrack I can listen to during my day to day. In fact,
Hmm.
after playing through the first level, I immediately got on my iPhone. It's like, is a soundtrack on iTunes yet? Um, Especially because they do some homages to classic Doom music in it, which
Okay.
makes it even better.
Okay.
Um, so there's that big plus
Yep.
there. The 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 new weapon mods and new weapon things they do really cool. Good job on
Sure.
that. Quinn Mick Gordon is God is a god. He is. He really is. Oh my god. That opening theme alone, just holy shit. It's so good.
It's really good. Just it's written well, and then the sound design for it is incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Absolutely.
man.
And then like all the weapons have a lot of kick.
Yep.
They feel just every single weapon in the game feels great.
Yep.
Just they same with the glory killer. Just the raw feel of this game, the movement, everything feels just on point as hell.
Yeah.
And then the combat, like I said, 9 out of every 10 combat encounters are 10 out of 10 beautiful, perfect. They're
Yep.
super fun. They're well paced. They like you're flying around. You're going off jump pads. You're going through teleporters and just wasting dudes. You know, just like you want ammo, you go take it with a chainsaw. You need health, go get a glory kill. Like it's super super cool.
Yep.
Um,
The platforming in that game, say what you will about it, but it makes you get familiar with those movement tools, and then when you get into a combat scenario and you start using those tools to get around and jump from side to side on a map, it's awesome. It is great. It feels so good.
Yes, absolutely. Quinn says you can determine the quality of an FPS by how the shotgun feels and sounds. The
Yep.
super shotgun in this is spectacular. Yeah, like all like I said, I didn't like the majority of the bosses, but the second to last one was fantastic.
Okay.
You know the overall tone of the game. I know a lot of people don't like how campy this guy and how like over the top this went. I'm a fan of that kind of style of thing. So for me, I like finding out why the Doomslayer woke up in a sarcophagus. That's my. So for me personally, that's a plus. For some people, it might be a negative, depending on how you felt about Doom 2016's story and the way it was a little more subtle. Um, so yeah, and yeah, man, those combat encounters are great. They're
It's a
really
good
fucking
game.
good.
Yep.
Um, as for something that's kind of neutral, I feel as though the difficulty curve is weird because I
Okay.
almost feel the normal difficulty hurt me plenty is a little too intense for a normal mode. But then, like after I beat the game, I was like, I wonder what like the easy mode is like because
Uh-huh.
this felt a little too intense and it feels way too easy. So I
Sure, especially after going through it normal.
Yeah, like I feel like a middle difficulty could have been there between the
Yeah.
two. Because like, dude, by the end of that game on normal, I'm like, this is hard as hell. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like the first boss only took me one, or not the first boss, the last boss only took me one try, thankfully. But like getting there was just, whew.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So some levels drag on a little bit. So after getting all my thoughts over the course of a week, I was kind of in this weird spot where, like, when this game is at its highs and you're riding its highs,
Hmm.
it's a 5 out of 5. Like,
Yep.
it's a fantastic experience. Like, it's the combat's good, the music, the presentation. However, when you get to a part of this game that stops that momentum,
Yep.
the swimming, the platforming,
Yep.
uh,
Boss fights.
the fucking shitty boss fights, except for one, it just stalls super hard.
Ugh.
So I'm gonna have to be a little harsh and 4 out of 5.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, it's yeah, no, 4 out of 5. Like it's. I think it's still a must play. I think it's a great game, but I think it has. I think that they tried almost to cram too much in,
Oh my God, yeah.
and as by and it just doesn't have that polish that the first one had. And I realized that this game had higher expectations because the first one, no one thought that first Doom was going to be good. No one
Hmm.
did. Okay, I remember renting getting the copy to do the quick look that week and be like, oh god, this is gonna be shit. This thing's been in development for like a decade. I was supposed to be a Call of Duty type game at one point,
Oh God.
and then that E3 trailer with the fatalities. What the fuck is this game? Okay, whatever. And I put in the PS4 disc and I install it, and I read the embargo information, and I'm like, all right, cool. And then I boot it up, and I'm like, I get like halfway through it the first night, and I'm like, that was really good.
Yeah.
That was really good. Am I crazy?
I remember thinking it was gonna be fun. I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was.
No, like it had low expectations across the board versus this, which had exceptionally high expectations. And in the realm of combat outside of the Marauder, it totally meets it.
Yep.
It's just it and presentation. It's just that all the other stuff just kind of weighs it down. So, still 4 out of 5, very respectable. It's a great game. I still highly recommend it. It's just it doesn't do enough to get that 5 from me, unfortunately.
It just yeah, there's too much. There's enough getting in the way of the awesome flow of combat that they have created and refined.
Mm.
Um, including trying to add more to that combat system that just isn't necessary.
Like I think the dash was a great tool.
Yes.
That was fantastic.
Yep.
I think the armor stealing stuff was a great tool. But like the ice grenade and the like just just there's just enough of it to where it's just like a
I
lot.
think the flow of combat being that you switch between killing enemies in different ways to get health and armor and ammo automatically uh really picks up the pace of the gameplay
Right,
and
because you
forces you to use some variety.
right, and then certain enemies do require you to basically use a certain weapon or type of
Sure.
weapon. Like
Yep.
dealing with a pinky, you almost always have to bust out the super shotgun.
Hmm.
Um,
But
so
I just think that's my favorite thing. One of my favorite things I've experienced in a shooter is the quick killing demons in different ways to refill your armor, your health, and your
yeah,
ammo real quickly in the middle of a fight.
you go out and you take it.
Yep,
um,
exactly.
yeah, so it's once again it's good, but buyer beware. Those are if you get frustrated by first person platforming or a couple other things, may not be for you. But if you like Doom 2016, you'll enjoy this.
And you're right that I haven't tested the easy mode, but that weird difficulty jump between easy and medium is weird.
Yeah, like that in my opinion is a big problem. I almost feel like everyone I've talked to has said like this is significantly harder than Doom 2016.
Yeah.
Which that's yeah.
Uh, I'm gonna be playing more of it tomorrow. We're gonna try and get past that level using a controller.
Godspeed.
Thank you.
I started off on ultra violence, and yeah, you told me you had to crank down to normal, which
Yep.
I don't know these people. I know people who like said I finished my first run on ultra violence. I'm like, you're a crazy person.
Right.
Um, yeah. Uh,
Final score, Bronson.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
It's a great game, but it has some real flaws that I think that most people are willing to be able to get over,
Yep.
but it hindered the experience enough to me to where if this was just the combat encounters and the boss fights were better, I probably would have finished it in 2 days and given it a 5 out of 5. But just like every time that I'm like standing in purple goo, having to navigate rockets, I'm just like, dear God, I hate this so much. Or just like I'm looking for the point that I have to dash through underwater to drain the water, and I'm just like, who the fuck thought this was a good idea?
Yep.
Um, but then I'm in the middle of like a combat encounter, and I'm chainsawing through an imp and using my shotgun to blow away a pinky demon, and then freaking using my sniper to blow the gun off the brain dude, and jamming his own teeth through his eye socket, and I'm just like, and this blaring amazing music is in the background. I'm just like, oh, fuck
Yeah.
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 Yeah, like it's just, you know. So yeah. Other stuff I played this week. Started on Persona 5 Royal.
Right. Yeah, you started that on stream.
Yeah, so I didn't start it on stream. I basically though I did the very intro. So the first 30 minutes wouldn't just be cutscene and me entering my name.
Yep.
But yeah, I basically got through the tutorial on stream. And yeah, that game is the changes that I have seen so far, even in the first 2 hours, have been fairly significant. Um,
Okay.
they intro with one of the new Phantom Thief in the most badass way possible.
Sure.
And the new changes to guns are really neat. I'll get through that on when we get to the weekly questions.
Hmm.
And then presentation's been spectacular still. And the rest of it's just been Persona 5, which is fantastic.
Sure.
And then, so yeah, that's been a thing. I'm gonna report more as I, obviously put more time in. And
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. There's anything else. Oh, and then I got back on Dragon Ball Fighters for stream,
Okay.
and I posted that Garl made a clip, and I made an extended version of the clip of me doing a double super, finishing the match with a spirit bomb.
Nice.
Yeah, no, go everyone when you get the chance, go look in the highlights because Kid Buu, Candy Beam, level 3, Kid Buu, and I'm like, I'm safe if he blocks it or does something or a level 3. So Kid Buu, Candy Beam lands. Kid
Hmm.
Buu level 1 into level 3 Spirit Bomb,
Yep.
and during the match, I straight up just yell, "Lend me your energy!"
Fun.
Yeah, good times. And that's been kind of it.
Okay.
I was in a real like I really wanted to wrap up Doom for the podcast, give my like final
Yep. I get
standpoint.
it. Mm.
All right.
Mm-mm-mm.
So you've been crossing animals.
I've been crossing all sorts of animals. What? I've been playing Animal Crossing, um, and that has maybe taken over my life in a way
Ah,
I didn't expect.
yeah, buddy. Yeah.
So for those who don't know, I got back into playing games basically for this channel. I had not been playing a whole lot up to this point, and uh, eh, but even then, even before that, like I was never an Animal Crossing person. I tried out New Leaf when that got real big, and I just didn't see the appeal of it. Mostly because it forces patience on you, so you gotta work your way there. And when I wasn't having fun immediately, I was like, okay, I got other games I can do this with. So I just never touched it. And then, yeah, this game came out, and all my friends were into it, so we're jumped in. And starting out, I was like, I'm not having fun. I'm misunderstanding how the systems work. Okay, well then I'll just keep working at it, I guess. And it was just me not understanding how this game tends to go. And yesterday, I had a good 5-6 hour run with just Animal Crossing, which I haven't done for a video game in a long time.
No, that is
Um,
very uncommon for you because even for me, like I can't remember the last time I personally even like did like a straight 5 hour run.
right. It's
Other than community nights, of course.
I mean, yeah,
But
community
that's
nights
a
are what they
different
are.
thing. Yeah. Sorry.
Yep.
Go ahead.
When you just throw a game in, and especially Animal Crossing, where I'm like, all right, let's check up on my daily list of things I got to get done. and then 5 hours later, there's still a list. I'm always forming a list of things I need to get done. All right, I'm getting this. I need to push this here. I need to raise this many bells to make that happen. And it just, it never ends. It never ends. To the point where I woke up this morning and within the first few minutes, I'm booting up my Switch. I gotta, what are turnip prices? Oh, it's Sunday. They don't have turnip prices, but I can buy turnips. I'm gonna buy some turnips because then I can sell those somewhere else later in the week and then get some money and then I can expand my place. It just never fucking ends. And I'm
I'm
having
so,
a good time.
I'm so happy that that you understand this franchise now.
Yes,
Um,
yes,
I still have literally not touched it. Like I said, my
sure,
everyone I know has been on it super hard. My roommate has been playing it basically in all of her free time.
sure, yep.
But like I said, I was a man on a doom mission this week.
Well, and it was funny because we were talking about how getting into some podcasts or some Twitch channel business real quick. We were talking about how one of the things we were thinking about doing is having like different vibes, representing different vibes. You being the more intense fighter, first person shooter person, and me being the chill person. And that weekend where Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing came out was like, all right, time to put this into practice.
Yeah,
And
I think
I think it worked out
arguably,
real well.
yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, you know, and then, but yeah, so no, that game, like, I've seen all the, I keep seeing like memes pop out of it because of all the custom clothing people
Tons.
make, and
Yep.
like, um, I'm not inherently a creative person for games like this, so I'm very curious to see how my island is gonna look.
Yeah, sure.
Um,
Uh,
when I get around to it, I'm in this weird stage where like now because we don't know when we're getting our next big release until arguably June.
yeah.
You know, besides Final Fantasy next week, of course, or like
Yep.
later this week.
Yep.
I'm in this weird spot to where I'm in this really weird spot where where like all the games I'm playing are like over like over 50 hours long because
Yep.
Final Fantasy, Persona, and this.
Y-
Um,
yeah, you got plenty of game to play.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a
What?
censored version of Quinn's comment. The degenerate things that came out of Animal Crossing is probably some of the funniest things I've seen from any community.
Uh the
Uh,
weird like hentai stuff that people have like put up on their wall in their Crossing town. I'm like, yeah, no, this is gonna happen.
mm-hmm.
Like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
But
So,
so that's been funny. I've seen, Star Wars prequels memes using the various stuff you can do in this game. People are making all sorts of fun stuff, just ridiculous stuff, and I love it. I think it's great. Um, but so yeah, I've just been going around. What it has been is like I got an island that had a little mini island in the middle, and I wanted to move my house to that, and I couldn't because you have to earn your vaulting pole or whatever. So I was like, well, I can't put my house where I want it to, so I'm not going to really start worrying about my house plan or my island plan until I get my house over there. So now my island's a complete wreck. But this morning I finally got my house moved to that island, and now I have this plan that I have to set in motion, and it's going to take hours and hours of gameplay to do it, and I'm going to love it. But it's stupid. It's ridiculous. It's
no, dude, I get it. It's the Stardew Valley thing where you're just no, it's exactly that. Like, it's like I need this new couch for my room.
my friends, my gaming group friends sent me like multiple items of coffee and like coffee grinders and an espresso machine in the mail. I was like, yeah, all right, I can put this on. Yep, perfect.
Yeah.
My brother sent me they're like they have a Super Sentai outfit
Mm-hmm.
that you can get in this game. So it was green, so he basically got me the Green Ranger outfit. So I just threw that on, and now that's a uniform I can transform into at all times. And have it I have it so you name your outfit, and so you shout out your name outfit when you switch to a new outfit. So I have my whole Green Ranger outfit, and I have him shout Dragon Zord as I do it. Animal Crossing lets you do that dumb stuff.
Quinn
um,
says the Sex Mansion, the Moist Critical made the outfit. It's horrible and hilarious.
I'm gonna have to look that up. That sounds ridiculous.
Also, this game is unbelievably popular on Twitch. It's currently in the second row with 70,000 viewers watching it.
Which is why I play it after Doom Eternal.
Yeah, the top stream is a Japanese streamer with 14.7K.
Dude,
Um,
man, Animal Crossing. It's just a real nice chill time with awesome vibes, and then just being able to invite people and check out people's islands and have little parties. Um, like ooh, sorry, I just read Nicole's comment. And
I will. It's not raining over on my end of town, unfortunately.
when it's raining, like the smell of like a good rainy day when you sit inside, it's so nice.
Especially like when it hits grass.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
A plus. Big reason why I want to move to your end of the country.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, except move to somewhere where there's grass, because ain't
because
nowhere near grass where I'm at.
once again, why I'm looking at Everett, not
Yes.
Seattle.
Everett's getting pretty packed too, but
All right, I'll go further
take a look.
north. And
Yeah, northeast. You can go like east, maybe south. I don't know if you want to go south, but
get me on that Canadian border, boy.
there you go. There you go. But yeah, no, it's a real chill game. And like I discussed last week, like, because of the quarantine stuff, it's been like, friends we're inviting each other over to our houses, but not actually. We're doing it in Animal Crossing, and we're just hanging out, and
that's
our
that's
avatars are, yeah,
that's just adorable. That's actually one
it's
thing.
adorable.
That's actually one thing I've loved from this quarantine is people like inviting each other to virtual hangouts and virtual
Mm-hmm.
things.
Mm-hmm.
Like World of Warcraft or Destiny or Animal Crossing, and yeah, it's been real cute. But yeah, so now Doom Eternal is following the normal Twitch degrade, which it's been 3 weeks since release. It's down to 3.8, but
Yep.
Animal Crossing holding strong at almost
Oh, yeah.
71K.
And to be fair, it's a game that is about the long term, whereas Doom Eternal, you beat it once, and it's like the people that are left are the people that are like crazy people that are doing everything and getting it faster and
Yeah.
better. So yeah,
Good rainy day for podcasts and video games. Hell yeah.
hell yes.
I also
So
played some Ori. I'm probably done with it for a while.
you think?
I think it's a great game. It's just that it's like I'm not in the mood for that kind of experience right now,
Sure.
where it's like just razor tight difficulty.
Do you think you come back to it?
I'll probably come back to it. It's just that, like after Doom, I am after playing through Doom, especially its ending. I am very much ready for Persona and Animal Crossing. Two
Okay.
games, one game which is turn based, and requires nothing for my reflexes or my timing or my focus
Mm-hmm.
beyond like strategy,
Yep.
and then Animal Crossing, which literally expects nothing of me.
Sure.
Um, sad face for Ori. Like I said, I will go back to Ori, but Ori is hard as hell. Um, that is the most deceptive video game of all time. You're like, oh, like this cute little glowing bunny rabbit platformer that is savagely difficult
And sad, apparently.
and very sad.
Man.
So yeah, I'm gonna go. No, this week when I got game time, I'm gonna go real hard on Persona 5 The Royal.
Okay.
And then we got our little crew there to Heroes last night.
We did. You guys had a nearly full crew, and I was close to jumping in myself, but I needed to get reacquainted with heroes, and then I just started playing Lucio, and then I started downloading Overwatch. So that's how that
Um,
went.
yeah, no, Parker is terrible at that game.
I mean, so am I.
Um,
So
Yeah, but we gave him pretty simple instructions. Follow the giant teddy bear. Do not leave the teddy bear.
Sure.
It's
Huh?
like we had periodic look. It's like Parker, why are you with the teddy bear?
Oh, that's
Uh,
funny. Yeah, no. Um, yeah, that was a fun stream. Playing a little bit of Heroes of the Storm, myself with like bots, just trying to get
yeah,
used to playing, was also fun.
yeah.
Frustrating to play with bots because they don't know which lane to go into sometimes, and so they'll just like stutter step like in the jungle somewhere, and it's like, okay, we need to do something.
I really enjoyed playing that game with Ray again too, because Ray and I have been playing that game since beta together.
Right.
And
Yeah.
like we have certain strategies, one of which completely worked. We're like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. This is our most basic of basic strategies.
Mm-hmm.
Ray and all of you are gonna go distract them.
Mm.
I play a character that shuts down towers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go sneak around the map and get us a big, nice experience lead, while
Mm-hmm.
you all go play Meat Shield. And you should start winning your Meat Shield encounters because you have a 1 to 2 level lead. Um,
Interesting. Okay.
and it worked. So, uh, Real Neon Outlaw says we should play some more Heroes B. Absolutely, some point during the week. Um,
Okay.
yeah, absolutely be down for that some point during the week. It's just that today I have a bunch of cleaning I need to do because I have oh my god, Asmongold is back streaming. Anyway,
Okay.
sorry, he's the #1 World of Warcraft streamer.
Oh, okay.
He took like a 6 month break.
Wow.
First day
Wow.
back though, 42,000 people watching him.
That'll happen.
So yeah, I think that generally I'd be down to play more heroes. Just today I gotta take care of stuff after this stream because we're getting new carpet tomorrow, which
Fun.
means I need a completely cleaned out, taken care of kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, so
Get that work done.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, Animal Crossing has been consuming most of my time. I'm playing Animal Crossing when I shouldn't be playing games at all. Um, Thinking about Animal Crossing when I really need to be thinking about other things. So that's what's going on today. After the podcast, I'm going to check back in. I need to make some money to buy more turnips so that I can take advantage of the stock market. Um, and I need to move a house. In order to expand my place, I have to get like 350,000 bells, which I just don't know how I'm going to get that kind of money without buying a bunch of turnips and then trading it somewhere. Um,
Tarantula Island.
Tarantula Island, which I have not run into yet myself, but there's actually like a lot of different systems in Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I was surprised at the amount of depth that Animal Crossing actually has.
By the
Um,
way, for all our subs in the chat, hey, well, I don't see that emote.
well, that's a hype emote. Like that's like for when the podcast starts, and then I don't know. I guess when we end, but
Or
we're
yeah,
working on more emotes.
when we get all ranty.
Yeah.
Last night we also finished the night by dropping into Warzone. That was fun.
Okay.
Well, not Warzone. We actually had 4 people, so we played like regular COD multiplayer.
All
And
right.
I forgot how much fun regular ass COD multiplayer is sometimes.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was an excellent day. It was an excellent stream as a whole.
Yep.
So Animal Crossing, you generally approved? Do you have a final score yet? Or are you still
Not yet, because I'm waiting to get KK Slider on my island, and then I'm gonna start terraforming my island, because that seems like the big final step.
nuke it from orbit?
Yeah. Yeah. So got to get that done. I'm not there yet. Until I get there, I'm not going to give it a final score. I feel like I'm still in the middle of the story. So, but we're far along. We're definitely more than halfway. So,
Okay, fair enough. You guys played COD after I left. Sheet. Yeah, man. Like I said, we hit that.
you guys played it late into the night.
We went until 1 o'clock. Community night always runs late, homie.
I mean, yeah.
Speaking of community night, I hope you all y'all have Switches and Smash, because that is what we be doing this upcoming Saturday.
So
So,
it sounds like, I don't know, we didn't talk about this too much
mhm.
between the two of us, but it sounds like due to the quarantine stuff, there's been a desire for more community nights, and I think
I'm
we are saying yes to that
yeah, once a week instead of every
once a
other week.
week.
Yep.
Yep.
So
So we are going to be, yeah, Smash is next week. If you want to have a say on what we play for community nights, the Discord is a fantastic place for that. So that's where we've been discussing games that we're gonna play. We talked about Uncharted 4 multiplayer, I think, recently.
yeah, so like obviously we have a focus on cheap Game Pass or free games. And which great.
Yeah,
But also we have a focus on. So we're trying to split the platforms fairly evenly. We know we favored PC very heavily recently between the Heroes and the Halo, and so we're gonna try and branch out to Switch a little bit more. We're gonna try and branch out to Xbox and PlayStation a little more. You know, so it's kind of this juggling act because on the one hand we have to pick games that favor Twitch's shitty discovery system,
yep,
which that's its own reward.
right.
And then well, that's hey man, that's good, Quinn. Let us
Absolutely.
yeah. But like we're it's this juggling act. 'Cause it's like okay, so we don't want to pick anything that's like the first four rows of Twitch, which
Hmm.
is a lot of popular stuff.
Yeah,
So that makes it hard. And then we're trying to because we have some people like Dylan, for example, or Ethan who are on PlayStation. And
right.
then we have guys like Blasian and Garl who are on Xbox. And then we got our PC homies and our Switch homies.
Yep.
And it's very much you know, there's only one game that satisfies all audiences, which is Fortnite. Uh, Funnily enough,
Yeah,
but no one wants to play that. So, so it's this thing of like trying to pick games that favor discuss. Like, Here's the Storm was great because we're able to get a lot of people into it, and also it's great. It's good on the discovery factor, but it also has the problem of it's PC only.
sure.
Versus like next week, Smash is also great on the discovery thing. I mean, in fact, I don't think it's anywhere near the top right now.
Which is interesting, honestly.
Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Smash Ultimate. Um, yeah, it's like it's below Persona and Heroes right now.
Wow.
So
Wow.
yeah, so it's like that's great. Helps us on the discovery point. And it's super fun. It allows up to 8 people,
Hmm.
but it also is only on the Switch. So that means people in the Switch. We have actually had people, although shout out to our community because we have had people actually go out and buy Switches for community nights.
Which
Uh,
only confirms we will be doing more Switch community nights going forward.
right, like that. Like if you all are going out and buying a $200 to $300 system, so you can play games with us, then we'll favor that system for sure.
Yeah.
So Mario Kart, Smash Bros, Splatoon, gonna get a lot of love.
I'm also
Uh,
ready to see some islands whenever you guys start getting on that.
I'm not sure how. Like, I know that Key and Blasian have Animal Crossing, and I believe Ethan might. Ethan, do you have Animal Crossing? If you're still in the chat, but I know that generally a lot of. I know literally everyone has Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Aaron, you, me, Fredco.
We'll get friend code set up. I think I don't know if I've sent it in the Discord, but I will after this stream's over.
All right, good, good. Excellent.
My island's still a wreck, but it's getting there.
Yeah. So and yeah. So
Oh,
we
oh.
yeah no. So we
So that's been going on. Yep. We're gonna do more community nights. We're gonna have fun times.
hmm
I was thinking about doing Rocket League one
that
night. I don't know about for community night, but maybe for community night.
that's no that game's crossplay, I believe. So that would be a good option.
Yeah,
I'm not sure
I've
many
been wanting to
people.
stream some Rocket League.
I'm not sure how many people have it, and like, if you want to take over community night that week, give me a
It's
week
kind of
off.
everywhere.
Um,
Like Rocket League is just on everything and is simple to play, difficult to master. And
mhm.
it's just generally fun anyway. So I love Rocket League. That's a game that could become on my like regular game streaming list, especially since it's been hovering between that row 4 and 5 on Twitch.
Mhm.
So like pretty good. We may get lost, but
So I've actually found the sweet spot on Twitch,
okay.
and that's like under 4,000.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the thing I have found. Like here is like the cutoff, right here.
Right.
Because
Which
anything above that, you're just gonna get like unless it's that weird situation where it's like one really famous person is streaming a game and like you're the next one up.
right.
So yeah. Anyway,
So we've been working on that. And then, finally I did play some Doom Eternal, obviously, but finally we had our Sea of Thieves night,
we did.
which was a fun time as usual. Um,
Quinn, if you're in the chat, way me boys to Cuba.
yeah, singing shanties and getting treasure, fighting just seemingly unkillable pirates. I thought we were glitching real hard on that fight.
Nope, the Reddit
Apparently
confirmed
not.
otherwise.
Mm.
Um,
That was insane. So we got a lot of progress to make there, but we got that. Yeah,
yeah, we
um, we got a lot of progress to make on that, but a lot of fun. Can get messy, gets frustrating trying to steer a ship properly, and uh, if we're struggling with directions or whatever, and so it can be tough, but it's massively rewarding and fun, and the customizing is great. And
and
yeah, we're
and
having a good time with that.
my response to Quinn is running down to Cuba with a load of sugar. Anyway,
So yeah,
yeah,
so we'll
yeah,
be playing more of that on Thursdays.
yeah. So no, we got a ton of stuff to play and check out. And then of course, especially if the viewer average with indication, you guys really like watching me play Dragon Ball Fighters.
Yep.
Um, so much so that half of you leave when I play anything else. So,
That's
yeah.
funny. Well, also that's another long-term game, like as in like there's a multiplayer community and people are constantly learning it, whereas Persona is a single player.
Single player game that, like, give it 2 months and people will figure out every last little bit of the golden. Or not the
Sure.
golden, the royal.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, so we should hop into news then, unless there's anything else.
Let's hop into news. News.
I want to open up with happy news.
Mm.
I'm too tired. I'm tired of shitting on people immediately during news.
Well, let's also not end with really bad news.
Okay. I got a neutral-ish news then.
Okay.
So hey, it's Super Mario's 35th anniversary.
Yes.
As such, there has been multiple leaks from VGC and Eurogamer regarding a series of Mario remasters for 3D
Mm.
Mario games.
Okay.
Supposedly, we're getting a package of Mario 64, Mario
Mm.
Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy, all remastered
Wow.
for Switch, along with an enhanced port, separate of course, of Super Mario 3D World for Switch.
Wow.
Quinn is talking about Control in the chat. We'll get to that a little bit. Um, Today is the 20th fourth anniversary of RE. That's cool, Ethan.
Yeah. God
Um,
damn, Resident Evil.
yeah, series been going. Uh,
Yeah.
3D World will also be a deluxe edition with new levels reported. Also, it's been corroborated that Nintendo has a new Paper Mario game in development. The last Paper
Wow.
Mario game was Color Splash for the Wii U, which received mixed reception.
Mm-hmm.
VGC said the new games are due to be announced as Nintendo shares more details on its Universal project, including theme parks, and its Illuminations produced Mario animated film. Plans for E3 announcements changed after the entire event was canceled, so the official news could be coming sooner than initially planned. So,
Okay.
yeah, so it could be we're getting four really good ass Mario games for, pretty soon. And then on top of all that, uh, I imagine they put out Galaxy 2 as like a DLC, right?
If they, yeah, like,
Because at that
why
point,
not?
that's the only Mario that's not on there.
Right. Like, why not? And Galaxy 2 is incredible. That game's great.
And it uses the
So
same engine as Galaxy, so that cannot be that much work to move over.
I mean, I'm not going to speak on that just because I don't know, but you would think, right?
Right. So, yeah, no, big. So, the question is, do they call it Super Mario All Stars 2? Which
That would be cool.
that would be awesome in a big way. And then my next question is what do they charge for it? And then what does a remade Mario 64 look like?
Um, $60.
60 bucks, okay.
Definitely. It's like that's, if Nintendo's given Nintendo's pricing, they would think $60 for all of this would be a discount.
Yeah.
Um, Especially a remastered Mario 64. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's something that people have been talking about. People make, the Super Mario 64 levels in like dreams and things like that. People have been working on that for a while, so um, it'll be cool to see what that looks like. Yeah, so I think $60 for the whole thing. Maybe they have a collector's edition or something. Um,
Yeah. Hopefully this rumor is true. Also, getting 3D World off of the jail that is the Wii U and onto a system that people actually play.
yeah.
There you go. Um,
Let's see. What was the last question you asked?
what does Mario 64 look like on Switch modern day?
Better.
Uh, Fair enough.
I mean,
Uh,
it's gonna play exactly the same, right? So it's just gonna be they're not gonna be polygonal anymore, right?
yeah. Do you get to hear that you know that?
Oh yeah, I didn't even think about the sound. Do you think they redo the
Oh, they
sound?
have to. They have to do full orchestral. They're not gonna leave that fucking MIDI shit in there.
What if they did like a Master Chief collection where it's just like the hit of a button you can switch to old?
Oh, that'd be crazy.
That'd
That'd
be
be
cool.
um
They're not gonna do that, but that would be cool.
yeah. Yeah, no, you get to hear that frantic banjo music when you're doing TikTok clock.
Yeah. Uh,
Just fucking frantic bluegrass.
yeah. I'm
Um,
excited to see what that game is. I'm very
yeah.
happy. Before we get to this next story, I just wanted to address some of these comments. Control, my enthusiasm for Control died early.
I got about halfway through it and I thought it was really cool. It's just that I also just other stuff came and then it got drowned.
There's interesting stuff in that game. I just was not thrilled with like the gameplay. It's like it was another shooter to me. Um,
I just like Alan Wake more. Like I just want a fucking Alan Wake sequel. That's my
uh,
problem.
yeah, I don't know. I love the idea of it, but I also was like, I was also running into numerous games. I was trying out different games to stream, and just over and over again, I kept running into games that are being like, read the lore that we've written. We have dozens of pages of lore for you to read. And I said, I did not buy this game to read.
All right, all right,
Oh
all
my
right.
God.
Game developers, game developers.
Mm,
I'm gonna lay something out for you. All right.
Mm-hmm.
because this has been done since 1998 with the original Half-Life and the original Metal Gear.
Okay.
You are an interactive medium where I am a participant in the world.
Mm.
You can use that world
Yep.
to tell your story.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
people like to look, I know people enjoy like just finding a scrap of paper on the ground and then finding out that expands on the world more. But there are certain players like me where I am trying to play a video game.
Well, you
I will
can.
take it in a cutscene, in a Kojima-esque cutscene. I will take it in any other ways, but I'm not here to read, and that's not like I'm not like dunking on reading. Reading's all right, but
You,
not in
no,
my video
you
game.
can do both. Mass Effect does both. Mass
Sure,
Effect tells a great story through its world and its cutscenes and its environmental storytelling and its characters. But if you want to fucking just go in the audio logs and learn how the Asaris fuck, you can.
I mean sure, but that's like details and stuff. There's like Death Stranding. Death Stranding has an incredible amount of things to read that expands on a world that they're already talking so much about in the main story. And being a Kojima game, I finished the game and I was like, I still don't understand half of what I just saw, and I know the answers in those little codec entries in the start menu. Am I gonna look into those? I don't think so ever. And so that will just always be my impression of that game is it's that Kojima-esque kind of mess where it was like profound and awesome, but also disjointed and weird. And that's what I ran into with Control is like I could read all this to make it, all mean more, but at the end of the day, I don't want to. I want to play my video game. And when it comes to playing Control, as far as I can tell so far, it's mostly just it's a shooter.
I got far enough to tell you that the powers get a lot of fun.
Okay,
They get like when you start throwing fucking boxes and flying through the air and shit, like it gets real fun and crazy. But I can see how getting to that point is hard enough to where you could be an annoyance.
sure.
And then also, I agree with you. Like I said, we are playing. We are an interactive medium and inherently,
Hmm.
and you're in the world. You can use the world to tell a story. Um, Once again, this has been done since like 1998 with the original Half Life. Like
Yeah,
and arguably with Chrono Trigger. So I mean,
right.
it's like, nah, son, you don't need to. Like Chrono Trigger is another perfect example of it. And that's a fucking Super Nintendo game.
Sure.
You don't need to like hand me a phone book and then be like that was a big problem with Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13's story sucked ass, but like a bunch of terrible people went in and were like, well, if you went in and you read the phone book that came with the game in its menu, then man, the story's awesome.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
And I'm like, or you can go fuck yourself. So yeah, no, I just give me a cutscene, like, and I don't mind reading once again, but it should always be supplementary lore. That's like once again, I go back to the Mass Effect Codex. Like that's
Sure.
perfect. Like,
Yeah.
like if I want to know, like if the Mass Effect Codex is literally perfect. Because if I want to expand on like they like, for a perfect example is they mentioned the first Contact War when
Hmm.
about like oh humans got in the first Contact War with the Turians da 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 da,
Yep.
and then that gets brought up a couple of times and you can fill in the blanks yourself. But if you really want to know more about the first Contact War, boom, open a codex, boom, the first Contact War was da 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 da.
Yeah.
You know, that's how you do it. It's inserted into dialogue, and then they flesh it out a little bit. But if you want the nitty gritty details, then you can go give me the phone book.
Sure.
Yeah, that's
Ugh, I just
shame that that company's dead.
yeah.
Uh,
And then real quick, 24th anniversary of Resident Evil. I have some friends that are like crazy huge Resident Evil fans, and I knew people were fans of Resident Evil, but I just didn't know how big it could be for a lot of people.
Yeah, like I knew some guys, it's Ethan being one of them, who are crazy for that franchise. For me, it's like I think it's okay, and I really like 4 and 5.
Sure.
Um, Nicole says, "I'm sorry, I know you're talking about Mass Effect, but I heard First Contact and thought Star Trek."
You're not the first person on this stream in the last 24 hours to be thinking about Star Trek.
As we all shit on Parker constantly.
Look, I played Star Trek Online. I got a decent amount into it, but it's on my PS4, and frankly, I don't know, it's another MMO.
Um, Parker just really loves Star Trek.
I love Star Trek. Star Trek's great.
Yeah,
Love it. I love Star Trek.
I'm
I could
okay.
talk Star Trek with I haven't seen Voyager very much, but
I'm okay. I can tolerate Star Trek.
Deep
Uh,
Space Nine, so good.
I will say that I if you said which sci-fi universe do you prefer, Mass Effect or Star Trek, I'm gonna say Mass Effect.
Sure.
Um,
Well, the thing about Mass Effect is they do a good balance of action and the dialogue and, you know, threading your way through sensitive situations, which is what half of what's or entirely what Star Trek is about is those conversations and diplomacy and all that. And Star Trek does that well. And then they also happen to do combat well, which Star Trek, is appealing in its own way, in a very different way from Mass Effects.
we got a comment. You like Deep Space Nine? Question mark.
Absolutely. DS9 is my favorite.
It,
DS9 is fantastic.
it's Star Trek.
Cisco's
Uh,
great. Cisco's a fantastic captain. Um,
um, let's see. Oh, I just
ugh,
meant like the shows, the movies. Enterprise is my favorite.
sure.
Yeah, but no, the thing is though, is like on stream every week, Parker's like, so Star Trek Online, or like, Parker, shut up.
It's the same reason I don't, I haven't watched Enterprise. I've heard people not talk good things about Enterprise, but I've wanted to watch it since I am actually
What
probably more than halfway done with
what
watching all of Star Trek
what
as a whole.
what about Archer? I really like that show.
No, Archer's the captain of the
Oh,
Enterprise in Enterprise.
way
Um,
way to disappoint me.
yeah, well, Archer also has fallen off in recent years. So
Yeah, but like, man, those first like seven
those first few
seasons.
seasons are good.
Like, dude, I love the Miami Vice season. It's my
See,
favorite
that's
one.
when it started falling off, though.
No, that's that they peaked with Miami Vice, and then everything after was not as good. That's my mind. Like it was.
That does strike me as your kind of humor was what Vice became, where
Um,
Pam is just constantly doing cocaine all of the time, and then Cheryl or Carol is just constantly shouting outlaw country.
well, I will say that my first trip to the hospital last year, my trip to the hospital last year, Ray and I were watching the Rampage episode,
Yes, yes.
which
Terms of enrampagement.
yeah, which every well, you know it by just me saying the Rampage episode.
Yep.
So, and my nurse comes in to like check my vitals and blood and
Oh
everything,
no.
and and he's like, "Oh, what are you guys watching? Archer?" And we're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." We're kind of just being like, "Yeah, absolutely." And then we get back to our show, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, "What episode are you guys watching?" We're like, "The Rampage episode." He's like, "Oh." Like
Uh-huh.
everyone knows which one it is just by saying
It's one
it.
of the best ones.
It's like, Lana, can you kick on the door? I would, but my toenails are all broken off. Rampage!
Oh no, that's a highlight. That is one of the best episodes Archer ever put out. That's a good one.
Nicole says not me.
Not a
No, I don't think she ever watched Archer.
mm.
It's a good ass show, man.
That's a good show. I think it drops off after Vice, for sure. But like Vice rubbed me the wrong way just because like Pam, I felt like was kind of reduced to cocaine user when she was like a fantastic like homeless brawling electric shock drift racing.
She has moments at the end of that season I think that were great though.
Sure. Yeah.
And I also think that what other Archer? She's I don't like Archer. You're hurting me. Why are
Uh,
you hurting me?
um,
You're just 2009 TV series. Hold on, I'm trying to remember which seasons there were. Starfleet Captain, yes. Cartoon, no. So you got it backwards, honey. You got it backwards.
no, Starfleet captains are fantastic. They're
But yeah, I need a seasons list, like which one's which. Hold on.
it's in there somewhere.
Um, yeah, okay. So the show fell off for me with eight Dreamland. That
Dreamland,
that's
yeah.
that's where it fell off for me. Is these seasons completed highest circumstance. Let's see. Um, yeah, like that. That's the. Well, I'm gonna get an Archer seasons list. Hold on.
It was good, and yeah, I just felt like when it went to Vice, the tone of like, well, not the tone, but just the jokes themselves, the humor and interactions with characters changed in a way, and not for the better. And I felt like they never returned to the original Archer after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. No, I really liked 6 and 7, like with the Figus Agency and like all
Yeah,
their outer space shit they did.
that was
Um.
fine. Yeah,
Uh. But yeah, Dreamland is where I'm just like, this is getting fucking stupid.
Dreamland was weird.
This is getting
That was when they were just like, let's just do something that we want to do.
Yeah, and I'm in the middle of Danger Island, slowly chipping at it.
Okay,
So and I haven't seen any of 19. That sounds like a cool idea though. Archer 1999.
sure.
What's this? Let's see, Sterling Archer in a comatose, dreaming images that he is captain of the MV Samus, a space salvage freighter, co-captaining with his ex-wife Lana, who is co-owner of the show. Okay, I'm sold.
I love that he's still in a coma.
I yeah,
It's their excuse to just do whatever the hell they want.
yeah, that's actually kind of why it fell off for me though, because like I liked all the fucking banana ass shit that was going on in like previous Archer.
Sure. And
Um,
they just kind of
and
have
then with
erased it.
Dreamland, they're like, all right, we can do where the fuck we want now.
Yeah.
Which yeah, what's Archer Danger Island? But the different roles. Let's see. The Sweden Sergeant said Archer as an alcoholic co-pilot with Pam, who
All
crash
right.
lands into a lush and mysterious Pacific island. Okay,
Sure.
I need to go back to that season.
So is it still going or is it done?
Let me check. So last aired July 31st, 2019. Um, let's see. So there's 110 episodes so far. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still going.
Yeah. You know what's funny? A small little observation I made is that it also ran into that red versus blue issue for me,
Mm,
where the moment they started getting a bigger budget because it was popular and then put that budget into working on more physical activities and people doing stunts and things, and
hmm
all of a sudden they're getting away from the comedy for some reason, and like the jokes were still there but they were not front and center because in the early seasons it was entirely relied upon.
Let me pull up Red versus Blue because Red versus Blue is by far my favorite comedy series I've ever watched.
Sure.
Um, and let me pull up the seasons list. Okay, so
Wow, look at that.
fuck it. I have not seen 15 through 17. So
I stopped watching at 6, so
let me tell you. 1 through 5 is of course a classic RVB. It's what we
yep,
all know and love. Like
yep.
yes, absolutely. Uh, 6 is okay. 7 is also okay. Eight is where they really started to hit their stride with action. That's where
Okay.
they understood how to do an action series.
Sure.
which is why 9 and 10 are an action drama series for the most part. Especially 10. 10 is all Project Freelancer stuff.
Man.
11 to 13 goes back to like 90% comedy.
Okay.
In fact, season 11 feels almost exactly like the Blood Gulch Chronicles.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, they are literally trapped in a box canyon.
Great. Good.
And the anthology was this weird thing where every episode is done by a different creator. Like, the Ruby team handled an episode, Freddie Wong handles an episode, the Game Grumps handle an episode.
Wow.
It's just like this weird thing. And then the Shizno Paradox. No, I actually watched season 15, excuse me. Is this like time travel thing. So,
Huh.
yeah. So, yeah.
Yeah, Red vs. Blue.
Yeah, that series is still going.
It sure is.
On January 1st, 2020, season 1 through 13 were removed from Netflix in every region. It's due to Rooster Teeth's parent company, Otter Media, being owned by Warner Media, which is owned by AT&T. As a result, Rooster Teeth's current content will be moved to HBO Max.
Oh, okay.
That's
Weird.
that's a bummer.
Yeah.
So this is exactly why I bought the Blu-rays for those, though. They can't fucking take away your physical media, motherfucker.
Right.
I have Red vs. Blue DVD signed by multiple members of the cast.
Sure.
They fucking can't take that shit off Netflix. Um,
God.
it always sucks when that happens. It just feels bad.
Yes. Yes.
Especially
it feels
for
terrible.
Especially for a show like this. This show is even weirder though, because I can just go watch this fucking online for free.
Right.
Yeah, no. I have met the creator of Red vs. Blue and Rooster Teeth, Bertie Burns. I did an
Sure.
interview with him, and I was unbelievably nervous.
Sure. I believe it.
I was having a fucking that's like I said, that is one of 2 times in my career where I've been like visibly nervous.
That was an influential piece of media when we were starting this website.
Yeah, like literally, like we shot all interviews from the waist up, and I'm interviewing him, and I look fine on camera.
Mm-hmm.
But like, if you were to pan the camera out all the way, you would notice my right foot the entire time is just tapping, just like nervous energy, just like, and like internally back in my mind is just, ah, it's Bernie fucking Burns.
Yep.
That's church. I am literally talking to church. Still, I've never met Matt Hullum, which is a shame.
Yeah.
It's the voice of Sarge.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah, that's the one you really need to meet.
I know.
Where you got your namesake from, man.
Yeah, no joke. But yeah, Bernie Burns worked on seasons 1 through 10, and oddly enough, 12.
Okay.
For the writing. Yeah, but he wrapped up on the really big dramatic season, and like, good one to end on.
Sure.
Anyway, back to news.
Hey, news.
Speaking of influential things from our teen years,
Yes.
Modern Warfare 2.
Yes.
Modern Warfare 2 is currently exclusive to PS4, the remastered version, but it is also being, in a month, it'll be on Xbox One and PC, fully remastered, 4K resolution in HDR.
Cool.
My question is, why the fuck didn't they do the multiplayer as well?
Yeah.
And I know the maps from Modern Warfare 2 are in Modern Warfare. That's doesn't
good
play,
impression.
Doesn't play the same.
It doesn't?
The same. No, dude. All the Call of Duty, like every Call of Duty multiplayer, plays actually surprisingly different in some cases.
Okay.
Also, you don't have the heartbeat sensor. You don't have a bunch of tools from that. The class system is entirely different.
Oh.
Also the kill streaks are different as well. You don't have the tactical nuke.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a bunch of stuff. Like it's
I know it's Call of Duty, it's Activision, like they have the manpower and the money, but like if you're a company, do you want to be monitoring all these different multiplayer, you know?
Also, Spec Ops, that's not in this either.
Oh, sure.
That would have been super. That's only two players. What the fuck is Spec
Right.
Ops? Also, I don't agree with that because they're already monitoring all these multiplayers anyway. Because all the Call of Duties are still online, dating back to Call of Duty One, and on top of all that, they did a full remaster of four.
Yeah, they did.
That you can go play four multiplayer and all remastered right now. It was a
Yes.
PS Plus game.
Yep.
Um, so no, this is unacceptable. Fuck this.
Eh. I just have no strong feelings for Modern Warfare 2.
That game is awesome as hell.
Mm.
You can shoot down UAVs.
I don't know why you can't do that anyway. That seems
You
ridiculous.
can do that in the new one as well,
Okay, well
but
then,
like it's not like it was. That was the first game where you could shoot down UAVs.
I can't believe you couldn't do that. All right.
Yeah, you can do that in COD 4. COD 4 also like going back and playing COD 4 like
Mm.
in that remaster after like all these years of Call of Duty. I'm like, oh, this is so cute. You only have 3 kill streaks.
Yeah.
Oh, the guns just like oh man, like this is weird. You don't move at like a bajillion miles an hour.
hmm
Heartbeat sensor is the new Modern Warfare. That okay. I did not know that. But it's still like guns handled differently. There's different balancing. Like there's just it's not the same game, man. I'm sorry. Like
Okay.
it's not. Just based on kill streaks alone, the kill streaks are different as well.
Yeah.
You don't get tactical nuke to end the game automatically.
Sure.
That was fun. Like
Do you
getting
think they could add them in as like modes? Like they have their Modern Warfare multiplayer game, and then like you have your Modern Warfare 1 servers, and then your 2 servers, and
I mean, maybe I like a Master Chief Collection type deal.
yeah.
Maybe.
Do you think they would do that though?
No.
Yeah.
In fact, I think they're leaving money on the table with this.
Mm.
Unless they go ahead and like patch it in, like they could do that. I mean, it's on their
Sure.
prerogative.
Sure.
I mean, look, Modern Warfare 2, great campaign, $20 for it, not bad deal. But like without like that game, part of the reason why it was so good is you got this really awesome 6 hour super fun campaign. You got this amazing co-op mode in Spec Ops, and then you got one of the best multiplayers in the business. It was a really complete package.
Sure.
Um, but no,
Eh.
instead, I don't know. It's just a bummer. Um, just a bummer to me.
All right.
Uh, so might as well get to the nitty gritty here and talk about the two news stories that are.
Let's go through them.
So the first one is new Spec Ops is weird. New Spec Ops fucking sucks. It's fucking laggy and fucking doesn't like the mechanics are weird. It doesn't feel good. Fucking new Spec Ops fucking sucks ass.
I did see some video of Spec Ops, and yeah, that was glitchy as hell.
Versus like old Spec Ops was fucking awesome. You got to play that COD 4 mission with the where you're in the fucking UAC bomber and then your homeboy is on
Yeah.
the ground, and when you're the homeboy on the ground you can see how unbelievably terrifying that weapon actually is.
Yep.
Um fuck. Modern Warfare 2 was good. It was a real good game. Hey, GameStop still sucks.
Hey, yeah. What sucks about it now?
Well, so two things. GameStop has closed all of its stores in Massachusetts, including curbside service. The closure comes after a report that GameStop leadership instructed employees to wrap their hands in plastic or wear gloves while handing off orders to customers. The
hmm
state of Massachusetts ordered all non-essential business to close on March 24th. GameStop pushed back and concluded by saying it provided an essential service, a statement that appeared to apply to GameStop stores across the U.S. After keeping operations open despite the government's orders, the Inspection Services Department for City of Boston ordered GameStop's Dorchester location to close. The Boston Globe reports that there was no fine issued, but a nuisance order was issued, and the inspector followed up by visiting the store location on Wednesday to ensure it has closed. GameStop confirmed to the Boston Globe it closed all Massachusetts stores on Tuesday. It is unclear if GameStop has fully shut down in stores in other states except for California, where GameStop eventually relented and followed the governor's shutdown order. However, if
Mm.
you've been following along on the Reddit, if you've been following along on the Reddit, hold on, you will know that uh, in some areas, GameStop is remaining open,
Oh,
and in some cases, like not just a little open,
like people are still coming in.
because their legal department had had found a supposed loophole to allow them to stay open during the pandemic.
Ugh,
So
God, God.
this yeah. So I'm curious what this called the police story is. Man, first GameStop value card. That's crazy.
I I know they're screwed financially with this, but come on.
Just die a dignified death.
At least this way you don't have to. The headline doesn't have to be dying because you kept turning more into a shop that sold like plushies and action figures along with used games. You can just say, pandemic. We're a physical store. It took us down. It happens, but
Yep.
no. Willing to sacrifice the well-being of other people
Yep.
just to stay alive. It's important. Frustrating.
Yeah.
Where's Reggie?
Reggie probably came in like it's like that Donald Glover thing from Community where he like walks in with the pizza to the party and just everything's on fire. Like that's what it's like.
Probably, yeah. You're probably closer than it seems. Like, yeah.
Also, this does link to another better up stock up and go to GameFly for my essentials. It's
Okay.
toilet paper and a pop.
God.
Oh god. Let's see. He walked in and went whoa, turned around and left.
We haven't heard news of him leaving, but he's been
So
quiet, so who knows?
this does link to another news story, which is there have been due to the coronavirus, there have been massive Switch shortages.
Oh,
It's
sure.
yeah, it's apparently super hard to find a regular one and fairly hard to find a slim
Man,
or a light rather.
still experiencing shortages years later.
Yep. So, well, I mean, this is partially because of the virus. I didn't have any problem getting a
Well,
Switch.
yes.
After the first 2 months, I didn't have any problem finding Switches until recently.
Well, of course. Yeah, no, it's entirely because of the virus, but
Virus mixed
funny to think
with,
about.
yeah, like
Because you're not hearing the
virus.
story about PS4 or Xbox.
No, I think that's because they have different manufacturing processes, probably.
Also, I think
Yeah,
everyone who would buy one at this point has already gotten one.
yeah, like that. Yeah, it's not like and also the Switch just got a brand new like
Light
very
version and
and a
then
very
games.
you know in the past 6 months it's had three very big exclusive releases.
Yep.
So yeah,
Good for the Switch. Good for Nintendo
yeah.
in this regard.
Dear Lord, fuck GameStop. Like just
Just go. Just
I
go. Just go.
this is what this is what I have said. This isn't gonna stop me from shopping at GameStop because this is me stopping isn't gonna kill them sooner. And two, there are points where they are literally the only person will have something I'm looking for. That said, they are literally going to be on my last resort now.
Sure.
Like last year when I couldn't find Death Stranding, I went to Best Buy and then Amazon. Neither of them had them, and then I went to GameStop. No, that is going to be. I went to Best Buy. I went to the Best Buy out in bumfuck nowhere, Spanish Springs. I went to all the Walmarts. I went to Amazon. I went to Target. Oh, none of those have it? Okay, GameStop. Fine. You are
Sure.
my literally my last option. That is what it's gonna be. Because I'm like, because yeah, sometimes it is just the case where they I resent that comment. Because yeah, she lives in the middle of nowhere. Uh,
Spanish Springs is not the farthest drive. It's just that in terms of Reno borders, like Spanish Springs is definitely out there.
yeah, it's barely society.
I lived out
Um,
there for a little bit. It was all right.
it's yeah, it's no man's land.
There's like an outdoor mall.
No, that's Sparks, and even Sparks is barely a real city.
Sparks has an outdoor mall and a water park in an otherwise like industrial area.
Which is weird into itself.
Yes, it
Um,
is.
but yeah, Sparks is barely a real city itself.
I honestly don't know why we're keeping up appearances there.
Um, don't be a shit. I work there.
I was born in Sparks.
I was born in Reno, like a almost real city.
Mm,
So
the
uh,
biggest almost city.
yeah. That should be what they changed the motto to. The biggest
Yeah.
almost city.
Uh, I enjoyed Sparks.
Also, to be fair,
Has some
Nicole,
fun.
no one's working right now.
I mean, sure.
um. All right. So, no, she doesn't like it when I bag on Sparks.
Sparks is. I enjoy my time in Sparks.
Um.
And Spanish Springs also, is fine too. You just have to know where to go.
No, it's basically a wasteland.
No, it is not. I've lived in an
No.
actual wasteland.
I have also lived in Red Rock. Hello,
I lived in a
Spanish
what's Spanish Springs for
Spanish Springs High School for life.
I have no allegiance to a school. They
Ah,
were all bad.
Reno High was fun. It was good. I had a good time at Reno High.
I was a mess.
Uh,
Um,
um,
but I'm trying to think. No, I lived in a town of like 1,000 people.
yeah. See, that
You
is.
want to talk?
What is the population of Spanish Springs? Hold on. 15,000.
Okay.
Wow, that yeah. Though I mean, you compare that. Let's see. My wife works for Spanish Springs High School.
I've never heard of Spanish Springs High School. I knew there was one, but
They are their color is purple, and they are the Cougars, I believe it is.
sure. Those
Um,
are that is a school mascot.
so they have 15% of the population of Sparks.
Oh God, that's saying something.
So small, dude. Like, and then
It's spread out over a decent amount. Like everyone has land.
yeah, Reno, and then Reno has like over double the population of Sparks.
Yes.
Oh my god, just high school beef in the chat.
They were all bad to me.
I don't know. We beat the but anytime that we played Spanish Springs, we beat them like a redheaded stepchild.
I mean,
Including my junior year homecoming, where I recovered a fumble.
sure.
So, um, I remember they had these big ass kids who played tackle, and I'm just like, dear God, would you eat a horse? Yeah.
Yep.
Um. So
All right.
anyway, anyway.
Power to the readers.
Dear
Okay.
Lord. Um. Speaking of people being shitty and awful,
Uh-huh.
very similar to Spanish Springs, in fact. Um. Oh god.
What's up?
I need to learn to be as good a villain as Dan was.
That requires effort. That man just exudes it naturally.
Yeah. Let's see. I was a Reed Raider.
Sure,
I mean,
I
you're
knew plenty of people who were Reed Raiders.
yeah. You were in Sparks. You were almost in a real city.
I will say I
Uh,
did like of all of the like color schemes and mascots, I did really enjoy Reno Huskies the most.
red, white, and blue, baby.
It was red and blue, didn't they? I don't think white was an
Uh,
official color. Everyone
no,
gets white.
yeah. So yeah, it was red and blue. It I really liked our. I really liked the uniforms we wore my junior year. That really dark blue with the
Sure,
red really
sure.
popped. Looked like almost a pro uniform or a college uniform. I actually really hated when we went back to the light blue. I was very pissed off. I
Ah.
was I was just like, ah, I get why because it's classic, but
Yeah,
you know, I get,
you're
but
more for that church look than that caboose look.
um, yeah, like
Well,
I'm,
church is brighter, but you know what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah, like I want that dark, dark blue, like that midnight
That
blue with the red, not the sky blue. Let's see. I miss purple, teal, and white days. Purple, silver, black is not as nice.
purple, teal, and white. Wow,
It's a weird.
that's some '90s ass
I remember their
color
primary.
scheme.
Yeah, I remember their primary color was purple. Um, I love Spirit Days. Red. Yeah, because it was all red and blue everywhere.
Yep,
Yeah,
they're just classic colors, and they go together.
yeah, and then also the fact that uh, and then on top of that, like you have the fact that the uniforms universally do look nice though with it because
Yep,
I mean look, I mean it's the bleeping Patriots uniforms. Um,
sure. Red Sox.
uh, we had red pants. That was
Red pants.
yeah, it was blue. So senior year it was blue jersey, red pants, blue socks
Oof.
with a white stripe on each side of the jersey.
I feel like you should have a blue uniform with like red stripes.
We once wore though the away pants were blue, so sometimes we would wear a blue on blue uniform.
Okay.
And then when we are away, we also have done white on white.
Sure. Yep. Well, yeah, when you're away.
Yeah.
That's
Even
what
though we're
happens.
supposed to do white on blue, like white on white always looks just clean, dude.
Yeah.
It looks so, especially if you got white cleats with it. Ooh,
Yeah.
style.
Mm-hmm.
You know, uh, my I have the gaudiest fucking cleats in the world
Sure.
because so when I cleat shop for comfort,
Of course.
and I have a wide foot, so it's really hard to find comfortable cleats for me.
Okay.
And Reggie Bush turns out apparently has wide feet.
Okay.
So I bought his cleats. And then the most comfortable cleats I ever owned, some of the best, most comfortable shoes I ever owned. But who did Reggie Bush play for, primarily?
Was it the Saints
That was the
at the time?
Saints.
Yeah.
What are the Saints' two colors?
That would be gold and black.
Guess what? My cleats were black with what color streaks on them?
Oh man. I
Gold.
mean, gold with red and blue doesn't seem so bad.
No, it looks good. It looked great. It's just that like everyone out here, black cleats, white cleats, mostly black, like no
Sure.
real details. And you got this motherfucking line, like especially because I played linebacker.
Yeah.
You know, the most non-showy was like, yeah, you make plays, you make tackles, you get sacks, but still, it's not like a receiver or a running back. Out here in fucking gold cleats, son. I even had the coaches come up like, Bronson, how much you want for those cleats?
Nice.
Like, you know, yeah, no, it was a good time.
That's when
Uh,
I realized I got my boxing shoes that were just straight up red and blue and nothing else. And it's a good look.
it is. It's a great
It's
look.
a real good look.
That's what. When you're the oldest school in the state, you get first choice of color.
Yep. Pick
So
those classics.
apparently in 1879 they were like red and blue.
Yeah,
Um,
sure.
so uh, anyway, people who are rat bastards.
Yeah.
Uh, Borderlands huge sales. Borderlands 3 developers are getting stiffed on bonuses.
Great. amazing. Mm.
Um, just I thought during the quarantine we would have to make filler for this show. I really did. I thought like, okay, we're not gonna have much news.
Yep.
It's gonna be like we're gonna have to come in and do top 10 lists and get wacky and creative and weird.
Yeah.
Nah,
Nope.
just bad news. Fucking bears, boys.
Maybe later on it'll get.
Oh yeah, I'm telling you, like May. If this continues into May,
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now that we're gonna be doing top 10 lists.
Yep.
We're gonna be fucking
We'll do some stuff, man.
yeah, we're gonna have to start thinking of ways to like we're gonna be talking about like all kinds of weird shit.
Bronson,
Uh,
can you do me a quick favor?
mm,
Can you X out of that Animal Crossing video on the side?
I cannot.
Shit. Okay, I'm just gonna look away from it. I can't. You'll just have to read it for me. Read the
Oh,
story.
oh, the video game. So this is a story done by Jason Schreier of Kotaku. If you guys don't already follow Jason Schreier on
Yes.
Twitter,
Yes.
dude is a source like dude is fantastic at what he does.
He knows what he's doing.
He is one of the few actual journalists in this industry.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Bonafide.
yeah, like I will completely say that. Like that's like absolutely.
And he calls shit.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the video game Borderlands 3 was a big sales success when it launched last fall, according to publisher 2K, which described it as a billion-dollar global brand.
Uh-huh.
That's why it's shocking to employees at Gearbox. The developer of the game and the studio CEO, Randy Rat Bastard Pitchford,
Hmm.
told them yesterday that they would not receive their significant royalty bonus they expected.
Why is that?
Because Randy Pitchford's a motherfucker.
I mean, yeah, but there's no way that's what's written down. I know it's Kotaku, but still.
I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
This is why they don't let me work for Kotaku. Because the byline would be Randy Pitchford's a rat bastard.
I mean, they'd probably let you write that for the title.
Yeah. So
In fact, that'll probably be the title for some opinion column next week.
yeah, probably. I forgot what the Jimquisition. Hold on, let's see what Jim Sterling did for it.
Oh,
He
no.
posted a video like the next day.
Oh, I gotta watch that after this podcast's over.
Let's see. Hold on.
He's still hanging on to those goggles.
Dude, no, he let's see. Let's see. Randy Pitchford tells workers not to expect the bonuses they were told to expect.
Ethan comments, "Man, I love Randy Pitchford's magic tricks." And your bonuses are gone. Fucker.
Oh Lord.
Ugh.
So he just gave it a vanilla title, but I love his Jimquisition titles. The video
Yeah.
game retailers that would rather kill than die.
Yeah.
So, Randy
Holy
Pitchford is a
shit.
con man. That's the thumbnail. I love it.
That's a good one.
Jim
Yep.
Sterling never change.
Uh,
That's another person who I'm friends with on Facebook that I find weird.
sure.
I'm friends with him and Trip Hawkins.
There's a round table for you.
Wonder if I could get either of them to do an interview.
I don't know.
Trip Hawkins, that'd be a wild interview.
Be
Anyway,
weird.
it's like, what's it like teaching business after starting EA? What's your opinion of EA now?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Alright, so back to reading about this rat bastard.
Yes.
Employees of the studio will get small bonus checks, but nothing close to tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands that many expected. This account is based on conversation with 6 people close to Gearbox, all speaking anonymously because they were not authorized to talk about what happened. Some said it was crushing news that upended their financial plans for the future. I don't know about Ethan. Thank you for the emote, hype Bronson. Uh, I want to, yeah. So let's. I don't know about you, Aaron, but
Mm.
if my boss said if we make X amount of money, you get X bonus,
Mm-hmm.
and we do that, and I would base my financial plans around that.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I would get ready for my down payment on a house, or I would take out, I'd be willing to take out certain loans to buy a car, maybe.
When
You
you're a
know,
developer, you if you are a developer and you get to the point where you're working on a Borderlands 3, the money that you get from putting out a Borderlands 3 is one that's going to like help fund a milestone in your life.
well, also because especially because they took reduced salary.
Oh
Remember, that's
no.
part of this. That's how profit
Right.
sharing works. So for those of you who don't know what profit sharing is, um, profit sharing is when you take a lower salary. So like let's say I did that with my company. Let's say instead of making 35K a year, I was willing to take 30K. But if the company does well, I get paid a dividend or a bonus at the end of the year of like an additional $20,000. But
Mm-hmm.
if the company does shitty, I get nothing.
Yep.
So Gearbox, based in Frisco, Texas, offers its employees below average salaries for the video game industry. According to more than a dozen current and former Gearbox staff who have spoken to Kotaku over the years. To make up for that, the studio offers something unique: profit sharing. Royalties from all game developers. Hashtag Bronson explains. The studio offers something unique: profit sharing. Royalties from all the game developers' games are split 60-40, with 60% going back into the company, while 40% is distributed to its employees in the form of a quarterly bonus. The system has been in place since Gearbox's inception, and when the company has big hits, it can be lucrative. When 2012's Borderlands 2 came out, many Gearbox employees made enough money to buy houses.
Great.
A
Yeah.
fact that the studio often touted while recruiting new employees. Since then, however, Gearbox has been struggling, failing to find much financial success with flops like Aliens Colonial Marines and
Mm-hmm.
Battleborn.
Yeah.
As a result, quarterly bonuses have been smaller in recent years. In 2020, the company supposed to change. That was supposed to change. Several Gearbox employees told Kotaku that company management promised them six-figure bonuses following the launch of Borderlands 3. The more years they've been with the company, the larger the check. The vision of the financial success helped Gearbox developers get through the long nights and weekends working on this game.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking what?
We need to figure out how to get these devs out of Gearbox. Because Gearbox under Randy Pitchford or whoever is deciding this shit is going to keep doing this.
I'm just like, how can you, like, just, there has to be a reason somewhere in this story, I'm hoping.
Well, like that's what like Randy Pitchford's known for like Twitter outbursts and things like that and going after people occasionally. So I'm hoping we hear some outburst from him soon that
Um,
explains the situation.
I mean, I know Jim Sterling goes after Randy Pitchford on Twitter, and he never responds to him.
Well, yeah, there's that, but no, it's when he goes after
Oh,
like
I wanted to go up and blow up Randy Pitchford on Twitter after I read this shit.
sure.
I don't think that's the same Randy Pitchford, but I'll take a look. Let's see.
Looks like it.
Yeah, doesn't look like he's saying anything.
No, he's probably ignoring it for now.
Yeah,
Because I feel like it would have been a news story unto itself if he reacted.
probably. Anyway, so then in a meeting yesterday, Gearbox boss Randy Pitchford told employees that the bonus checks would be significantly lower than they hoped. According to three people who were present, he said the game had been more expensive than expected. Pause. That's not their problem.
Right.
That's your problem for having taking 8 years to make this fucking same game essentially.
Yeah.
Um, you know, the company had grown significantly larger than it had been in the past and now operates a second studio in Quebec, Canada, and that their sales projections had been off base. The game has sold very well, We expect lifetime unit sales to be a record for the series, said Strauss Zelnick, CEO of 2K.
Okay.
And on an earnings call in February, but it cost way too much to make. One large factor was the technology swap midway through development from Unreal 3 to Unreal 4, which added a great deal of time. In addition, before Gearbox could receive any royalties from publisher 2K, Borderlands 3 had to recoup not just the game's entire budget, $95 million, but also the budget for all the DLC, closer to $140 million, thanks to a contract that the companies had signed. Pitchford also told Gearbox developers they weren't happy with the royal system. They are welcome to quit. According to those who were in the meetings, he did not attribute diminished bonuses to the coronavirus pandemic, which has led to economic uncertainty and pay cuts in other fields. He did say they hope to get more money to employees as in advance from 2K on future royalties. Well, I mean, that's nice at least.
I guess.
So,
It is something.
okay, so this tells me that, first off, no one made you switch engines. No one
Sure.
did. No one made you open a second studio. And here's the thing, Borderlands 3 is not, like, that impressive of a fucking game to where I'm like, oh man, this was worth it. Like, what? Okay, hold on. Let's pull up Borderlands 3 on Steam.
Yeah.
Oh, Boderlands. Sorry, my bad.
Bonerlands? What?
Bonerlands.
Whoa.
That's a game we all want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, like let's look at that. Like, I mean, yeah, it's more detailed than the other one for sure,
Sure. It
but
looks like Borderlands.
it still plays like Borderlands. It still looks and and the writing is worse.
Is it?
And Quinn said it was some of the worst writing in a video game he's ever seen,
Uh,
and I've heard that from multiple people.
there's some good scores on that screen.
Yeah, I mean, you know how that is though.
I do. I do. Um,
Just
yeah.
this
And
game.
then to not like, I feel like you got to be paying those workers. These people are putting together an incredible game. Like, forget the quality of Borderlands itself. Like, the amount of work that you knew went into. Yes, they made like essentially the same, Borderlands kind of game, but they like I imagine they rebuilt quite a bit of it,
Well, yeah, because the engine swap.
and they had to go into the engine swap too. So it's like, holy shit! And these people are they're counting on that money because they, entered into lower pay initially,
Right.
like that. So you need to be getting those workers that money.
Okay, so we got a couple comments. No, you need to. Let's see. No, dude, you see, Bonerlands is the Pornhub parody. Bonerlands sounds like some Borderlands X Honey Pop type shit. And yeah, the main game's writing some of the absolute worst schlock I've ever seen from a AAA studio. Like Last Jedi levels of bad.
Oh man.
And then emote spam.
Yeah, I just, mm, you know.
So.
All right. Pay those workers.
Yeah.
They put so much. Game developers put so much of their lives into this shit, man.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them care.
Yeah, a lot. A lot. Like, you look at, like, I mean, we went over the Naughty Dog crunch 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago. Like, that is... You have to care to do that kind of shit.
And so, like, and we talked about crunch and all that. That's a whole nother thing. But, like, the least you could do is pay them for that amazing amount of work.
You know, like, especially in this case where they took less money
Yes.
because of the way Borderlands 2 did in the profit sharing.
Yes.
So, when asked for comment, Gearbox noted the following statement. Borderlands 3 represents an incredible value to gamers, an incredible achievement by the team at Gearbox Software.
Yeah,
Our studio is talent-led, and we believe was strongly in everyone's sharing in profitability. The talent at Gearbox enjoys participating in the upside of our games, to our knowledge, the most generous royalty bonus system in AAA. Since this program began, Gearbox Talent has earned over $100 million in royalty bonuses above and beyond traditional compensation. In the most recent pay period, Gearbox talent enjoyed news that Borderlands 3, having earned revenue exceeding the largest investment ever made by the company into a single game, had officially become a profitable video game, and the talent at Gearbox that participates in the royalty bonus system has now earned their first royalty bonus on that profit. Additionally, a forecast update was given to the talent at Gearbox that participates in the royalty bonus program to set expectation for the coming quarters. Gearbox is a private company that does not issue forward-looking statements to the public, but we do practice transparency within our own family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
So they basically just said, "Nuh-uh."
like, mm, I'm very mixed on like, okay, so depending on how the game performs over the rest of the year,
Yeah,
and it being finally ported to Steam, this could become less bad. But as of right
right.
now, this is really shitty, especially continuing the rest of this story. Former Gearbox lawyer Ray Callender became entangled in an ugly set of lawsuits with the studio. In
Yes.
one suit, he alleged Pitchford had taken a $12 million bonus in
Mm-hmm.
2016 when development started on Borderlands 3.
Mm-hmm.
The bonus did exist, according to two people with knowledge of what happened, but it came out of the company's 60%, not the 40% of the profit that meant to go to employees. So,
Okay.
so how about you take that $12 million and spread it around the people working on the fucking game, you prick.
You can only buy so many magic tricks.
You can only be already a multimillionaire from working on Half-Life Ground Zeroes, the PC version of Halo, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Still, yesterday's news combined with word of Pitchford's hefty bonus had some number of employees who assume they expect an exodus in the near future. Those who made financial plans based on the expectations set by company management may now find themselves in a rough spot. Gearbox is privately owned, has been seeking to go public, according to the news. It remains to be said how this will affect that.
Okay. Uh.
Let's say Penn and Teller couldn't even pull a stunt like that, and they were in the fucking game. Yeah, no, fuck these people.
Like this again, like you said, this has the potential to straighten itself out a little bit as time goes on and as we learn more about it. But given Randy Pitchford's track record,
Of
um,
being an A number one shitbag? Yeah.
yeah, uh, there is a glimmer of hope in it, but I don't see it happening.
Man, sure Sega could have told you this shit 7 years ago, or 8 years ago when Aliens Colonial Marines came out. It sucked. And they found out the money Sega paid them to work on Colonial Marines went into Borderlands 2.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Once again, the shitbag.
Yup.
Um,
Hopefully, those devs, I don't know what their financial situation is. Probably not great for most of them or a decent number of them. I hope they can find, if they don't get these profits from Borderlands, I hope they get um, jobs at better developers,
yeah, God,
people who can put their talents to use, because that game looks well made,
yeah, it probably
regardless of
is.
the quality of the game itself.
I refuse to pay for it. Like, due to all the lead up, I refuse to pay for it. Like, I'm gonna wait for a PS4 copy that is used and in the bargain of bargain bins. Because that's how pissed I am about this in this game. It's fucking ridiculous.
Well, but then that's the thing, is that it's also like sales of the game would probably help with the royalties, right?
Right. Oh,
It's
excuse me.
something I learned a while ago. We were talking last year, late 2019. Real quick, Neon Outlaw says, as much as I hate Blizzard as a company now, at least they don't pull this kind of dumb shit. Those devs are probably better off there.
I mean,
Yeah,
Blizzard at least pays industry rates.
yeah, they have issues, but as far as I know, they're getting decent pay.
Yeah, at
Um,
least they're getting paid the salary that the industry standard is. You
right.
know,
We were talking about in 2019 when Blizzard was dealing with the Hong Kong protests and was like censoring on behalf of China. We're talking about, a good thing to do is to uh, boycott if you feel really strongly about a game. If you feel like you don't want to play, like just don't play it. But I found out soon after that actually from a person who's trying to put game dev unions together
Hmm.
that boycotts don't work. They What game companies do is they fire the devs to save money, and the people at top who make the decisions stay and continue getting their money
Well,
regardless.
I mean, Jim Sterling did a whole episode on why boycotts don't work because almost no one in the game industry sticks to them anyway.
Well, there's that, but even if people did stick to the boycotts, like that's the thing. People don't stick to the boycotts. That's obvious. We saw that with Blizzard and BlizzCon. We've seen that in many other areas. But also on top of that, even if people stuck with it, the people that we're trying to help are the ones that end up getting hurt anyway because it's the people who are doing the wrong shit that are in control anyway. Um,
Boycotts may not work, but the principle of the thing. I mean,
that's true
I mean, yeah, to an extent.
to an extent for
To
sure.
an extent, but like at what point are you cutting off your nose to spite your face?
Hey,
Uh,
thanks for hanging out, Ethan. We hope to see you around, man.
Ethan, you best boy, and emote spam. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're always here and always supportive. You're the bomb diggity.
The best thing to do, this is also why I downloaded Overwatch overnight. It's like I realized while downloading Heroes of the Storm, I was looking at like heroes and stuff, and I realized how much I just love the world of, well, not the world, but I love Overwatch, even though I'm bad at it. I That's a franchise that just resonates with me really well. And boycotting it is not going to change, positions. The one thing that you can do is just be vocal about it. Talk about it on social media. You don't have to say a tweet about it every day or anything like that. Speak up when it's a natural time to do so. But the best thing you can do to try and create change is to talk about it. You know, that's what you can do.
Exactly.
So,
So
and we're still talking about, well, I don't know. Most people are still not talking about the BlizzCon China stuff anymore because that's kind of blown over. But um, Hong Kong protests still happening.
yeah.
Jesus.
Um. So.
Quinn
Uh.
says, referring to Ethan, yeah, confirmed best boy, fought off COVID-19 like a goddamn champion. Exactly.
There you go. Proof. All right. So. Last couple of stories here. First off. Dragon Ball Kakarot got its first DLC announced. It is of Gods.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit, loud. But yeah, so you're gonna begin Battle of Gods soonish.
Cool.
And then hey,
Hey.
Last of Us 2 delayed indefinitely.
Yep.
So due to the COVID,
Mm-hmm.
it's made manufacturing and shipping enough copies of this game, and apparently Marvel's Iron Man VR, enter further noticed.
Here we go.
Logistically, the global crisis is preventing us from providing the launch experience to our players. The short version is when they did an announcement later in the day. Is hey, this is basically because we can't make sure the physical copies all get to everyone at the same day at the same time. So we're going to wait for a more opportune time to do this.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. The first of probably many if this goes long enough.
Thankfully, as far as I can tell, summer is not huge. This is likely. I'm assuming this is likely to impact Ghost of Tsushima.
Hopefully not. You would think that they have enough jump to be able to to be able to adjust in time, but who knows?
Maybe.
Because like this game is
We'll see.
this game is like due way sooner, like
Yeah.
beginning mid May. So I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, you guys. Hope you have a nice stop backlog ready to go because that might be the case for a while.
Turns out there's a lot of video games that have been put out recently. Okay, I'm gonna read this. Real Neon Outlaw in the chat says, "I want to get more into Overwatch, but the Tumblr tier levels of bullshit make me want not do that. There should be books upon books of lore for that universe, but there's next to fuck all. Overwatch simply seems like a prologue that's gone on for nigh 4 fucking years with no build up. Hopefully Overwatch 2 changes that. So okay, so I have not been paying attention to much Overwatch because I just wanted to play the game. But there apparently is some story happening.
There's comics.
Yeah,
There's regional dialogue stuff, like in the game, like the characters will talk to each other.
sure. I
Um,
like that.
and then there's it. So if you want more, and then Overwatch 2 is gonna have a story, and they also occasionally tell story through events.
So I'm thinking, so yeah, probably Overwatch 2, they'll probably start bringing more of that in. But yeah, Overwatch 1, like there seems to be a story, but it's not very apparent right now. And I don't know, I'm fine with that. I'm not really paying attention to the story too much. I just give me characters that are fun to play. I booted up Overwatch last night and played that little hamster character. You just roll around as a ball
Mm-hmm.
on the map. It's great.
So
I'm a hamster with guns.
last two things before we get to comments
Yes.
and questions. So Disney CEO Bob Iger is giving up his salary during COVID-19.
Wow.
And while the new company leader, Bob Chapek, will cut his own salary in half to help company employees during the pandemic.
Sure. I mean, he's
Um,
already got a ton of money already saved up, so
Still, that's awesome. Especially when you're
yeah.
seeing like GameStop and Hobby Lobby and all this
Yep.
other bullshit. Like, it's
Nice to
nice
see
to,
someone who's like, at the top.
yeah. Also, Moria is best girl. She may be in her late 40s, but she bay. No, the waifu for Laifu is Mercy, gentlemen.
I love Mercy. Waifu for Laifu for me is definitely Farah.
Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. All right,
There's a
so,
waifu and a husbando for everyone in Overwatch.
mm-hmm. Um, so now Mercy, hello nurse.
I think I'd go McCree husbando.
Wait, what?
McCree's the easy husbando.
Okay,
Am I wrong?
true. Let's see. Nah, Torbjorn, he has like 7 kids, and the Lori does.
I mean, sure.
So they put out a new trailer for Final Fantasy VII remake. It's the last one before the release on Friday.
Okay.
So all right, comments. Chat, get them into the chat while I read the ones from the Discord. Ethan says, "What is your favorite enhancement in P5 Royal, and why is it bullishing? Why is it bullets replenishing after every battle?" I mean, so far that is my favorite. Though I also really like the new character party member Kasumi. She seems really neat.
Okay.
Why won't Lady An give Morgana spare coochie? Quinn, I'm just gonna leave that there for you. Who would win in a fight, you, Joker, or the goofy mother effa from Catherine? So,
Wait, what?
Vincent. He's referring to Vincent from Catherine. Who
Me?
who wins in a fight? You, as in you, Narakami from P4.
Okay.
Joker from P5. Or
Okay.
Vincent from Catherine.
Vincent's not doing anything.
Vincent's immediately done.
Yes.
like, um,
Of the good, bad, and ugly, he's the ugly.
that's hard to say because you has a way stronger persona, but
Hmm.
Joker outside of his persona is probably stronger and better.
I guess so. So does it come down to if they have access to their persona?
Yeah, basically.
Especially since Vincent doesn't have one, it'd be like be weird.
Yeah, because you can summon. I wanted you to read that question out loud. My day has been made.
Perfect. Great.
Good for you, buddy. Um. Anyway, so. Yeah, because you has Izanagi as his persona,
Hmm.
which transforms into Izanagi no Okami, which is the best persona in that game.
Okay.
So like, and that's another question: can he use the power of his social links to summon that
Right. Yep.
one? So Mr. Nasty Boots has a series of questions.
Quinn says real quick, Vince's persona is a sheep with massive, massive sweater meat. Still.
He has large hands. Anyway, so let's see. So we got a couple questions from Nasty Boots. A game with 6-hour campaigns, can it be a game of the year contender? Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think any game can be a game of the year contender, provided it meets the criteria, of course. But I think length has nothing to do with it.
Nope. If you make a real good experience, Portal. Remember when Portal first came
Yeah,
out?
Portal is a perfect example of that.
Incredible. Like not a long amount of time, not a whole lot necessarily in it, but tons of fun, and it was just different. And
Yep,
Portal.
absolutely. Yeah. So second game, a game that is already a game of the year contender and brought out a Royal Edition. Could it be a game of the year contender?
We've
So
discussed things like this before.
Portal, the Stanley Parable. Yes, Quinn, exactly.
Sure. Yep.
So, referencing our old rules back at our previous employer,
Mm-hmm.
this is how we did a game of the year. We had everyone do their own individual top 10, which only had one rule: is it had to be a 2019 release. It could be a re-release, it could be a remake, it's your top 10. If you want to put 10 Flash games on there, go right ahead.
But it had to release that year.
Had released that year. If you want to put Final Fantasy VII just re-released on PS4 on there, like not the remake but the re-release, go ahead. It's your top 10. Came out this year. For the overall, Thomas Was Alone was fucking amazing. I love that game.
Yeah.
But for the overall top 10, we had a couple rules. No remasters. No remakes. Games that are royal editions, for example, or golden. It really depends on how much has changed to make it a significantly different gameplay experience.
Mm-hmm.
Expansion packs are judged only on the content of the expansion pack. So, like, for example, if we did a World of Warcraft expansion, it's just that expansion, none of the other content.
Sure.
And then, what else? Yeah, that's basically it.
Early access.
Oh, yeah, and then, yeah, no early access. No, you
See,
you have to be
this is Bronson and I have had fights on this because I think we disagree.
I think you should have to be out.
That game is being played.
It doesn't matter. It's not finished.
That's a title.
It's not finished.
No, I don't care. People are playing it.
It's not finished.
People are putting out games saying it's finished while it's absolutely unfinished. It's just a title.
Okay.
Millions of people are playing it.
That's fine.
I don't care.
It's not done. It's not done.
They're selling it for money.
Then tell them to take the early access label off.
Oh, yes, they should take their early access label off, but that's a entirely different issue.
If it's early access, then it's not a finished product. It's not a finished game. So yeah, no.
Ridiculous.
Just
absolute disagreement.
I mean, one thing that we've had, I think remakes are fine if they do enough to the game.
I could see an argument for it for sure.
Like I think like this year, for example, Final Fantasy VII remake should absolutely
that's incredible. Yes, absolutely.
Like last year, Resident Evil 2, that's another one.
Sure.
But yeah, so I don't know that like like there's a lot of if we ever go back to doing a group game of the year.
I can't do that again, man. That was from my teen years.
If we get a third person, we'll have to. But
okay.
Come on, man. You missed the monkey knife fight.
No, I don't.
You do. You know you do.
It was stupid.
It was fun. It was fun. It made really good content.
Sure.
Subnautica was already my favorite game of that year before it was even released. Hell Below Zero is up there as well for this year. That's fine, but they're not done, and they if they are done, they should take the label off.
The label is the only thing that's holding you back.
Yeah, like
That's the
that.
only thing. I think
That's
that's mm-mm.
mm. Anyway. What do you guys need? We don't really need like we need someone who that gels with what we're doing, but also knows Premiere Pro like a motherfeffer.
Or
Um,
whatever editing software.
yeah. Um, so yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
the and then yep. No, we know what we're looking
it's
for.
hard. Yeah.
We know. Trust me. If it was you, we would have contacted you already.
I appreciate you hanging out on community nights
Yes,
and CFDs and
absolutely.
all of that. You're fun to play games with. But
Absolutely. We are very glad you're part of the community. Speaking of which, I'm going to address this for a lot of the community now. Hey, we're not looking for new employees. We appreciate
necessarily, yeah,
we
yeah.
appreciate the enthusiasm. We're kind of looking for a video editor that could be a good third, but even then, we're very tentative about it.
Right.
So you know, not that we don't love you guys. You're all beautiful people. We love
Yep.
playing games with you and chatting with you. But we're out here trying to make very specific content and do things a very specific way. So
We like when we first started Gamecraft, it was like, yeah, it was we had our group and then we were just, throwing people in and out. We were trying things and just seeing what happened just because it was fun to make, that kind of content and play video games and talk about video games. And we just threw in all sorts of people just trying to figure out what worked. Um, and I think over time, when we got around to Super Gamecraft, we were like, all right, we kind of know what we want to be now that we've tried a few different variations.
yeah, like after working at the same place for almost a decade and seeing the constant roster churn, and seeing people not as dedicated to the craft as they should be. Because to be successful at this kind of work, you need to be an obsessed, crazy asshole.
Sure.
It's no joke. I can't speak for you, Aaron, but like at least 2/3 of my day is spent thinking about the channel in some way,
Sure.
in some capacity. Either about a layout, about how to fucking evergreen content, about social media, about something.
Yeah.
And you need like, and not a lot, and like if you talk to anyone who has had success on Twitch, especially in the past 2 years, 2 3 years, or success on YouTube especially,
Hmm.
I think you really have to have that level of like drive.
Sure.
And finding those kind of people is hard. And then, well, not only are we looking for that kind of drive, but it has to be someone who gels with Aaron and I,
Which can be, yeah,
which is hard.
finding that nice fit is not as easy as you would think.
And then also, in our case in particular, knows an editing software really well. I would prefer it be Premiere Pro, but I'm not picky. Um, so yeah, like it's one of those things where we're not like, because I know Parker brought it up and a couple people brought it up, and we're like, no. Um, what I'm considering doing though is a lot of people are working on their own Twitches and their own YouTubes, and Parker has his book, and some
Yep.
people work on music. I'm considering making a channel in the Discord so at minimum subscribers could go promote their own stuff.
Sure.
The thing is we don't want our channel to be used as a fucking promotion point for other shit. So that's why I'm considering making it sub only.
Yeah, sub only sounds all right.
Yeah. So yeah. Obviously, you as a community, let us know what you think about that. Of course.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. We've been doing this for a very long time. So yeah, learned a lot.
Yep.
Um, so um, we got we got a Third question from Nasty Boots saying, third question, what kind of wiener makes the best hot dog? I've never had Philly style dogs, and you guys would know better than me. I'm
Mm,
assuming because we're Americans.
maybe.
Um, so I looked up what a Philly style hot dog is because
Okay.
I didn't know. I know what a Chicago style hot dog is,
All
but
right.
I know. But it's so what it is it's a beef frank, toasted white or wheat hot dog bun, cheese whiz,
Yeah.
grilled bell pepper slices, and onion.
Oh.
And then also I looked up a thing on all the different regional types of hot dogs out of curiosity.
Yeah, sure.
Um, Personally, so I'm gonna be real with you. Um, let's see, Polish sausage or beer basted bratwurst. Okay, but what about style? Do you like the Philly dog, where you put a fish cake on it?
Hmm.
Do you like the Cincinnati coney, which is covered in that terrible chili that they think is good? Uh, you know, Seattle has a hot dog
Seattle
apparently,
does have a hot dog.
cream cheese, which that's a little weird, but hey.
Cream cheese and sautéed onions.
Yep, and sriracha sauce and jalapenos are popular as well.
Sure.
Alaska dog is called a reindeer dog, but it isn't made from reindeer. Instead, the meat is caribou. The hot dog
Hmm.
is turned on a steam bun with grilled onions and sauteed Coca Cola.
All right.
Fuck the style, meat bun ketchup. So, Quinn, what you actually are referring to is known as a Dodger dog because it's popular in the Dodger Stadium.
Oh,
Personally, I'm not a fan of Dodger dogs. I at minimum want mustard on it as well.
sure.
Um,
Okay.
so you have New York City, which is served with onions and a pale deli style yellow mustard. In fact, if you ask them to put ketchup on it in New York, they'll get upset at you. Same thing with Chicago, actually. Personally, I actually like a Chicago style hot dog, though it's one of the only things I'll eat with onion in it, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe throw some chili and cheese on it because the thing is, it's the Chicago style hot dog. It's one of the few things where all the different ingredients come together, so you actually don't really taste them separately as much.
I can understand that.
What it is it is yellow mustard, green relish, raw onion, pickle spear, sport peppers, tomato, and celery salt on a poppy seed bun.
Ooh.
Get your serving of veggies for the day. Tell you
Yeah.
what.
Right.
Put maybe throw some chili on. Put some caramelized onions in the chili. You know what? Fuck you. You guys are making me hungry.
I know. I know. Bronson, can you link this page? I want to look at these.
Hot slash dog dot
Okay.
org slash
Slash
culture,
dog?
not slash, a dash, like a
Dash dog.
hyphen, dog.org. And
Okay.
then if you go to culture,
All right.
and then it should have and then it's like hot dog history, hot dog etiquette, kosher, regional hot dogs. That's the one I'm on.
Regional hot. There. Okay. Right at the bottom. All
Um,
right.
let's see. I don't,
I
what
have
is
not bought a hot dog from a cart in Seattle yet.
I so Quinn? You would probably like a Texas dog, which is chili cheese and jalapenos. Um, yeah, they serve that out of the Houston ballpark.
Okay.
Um,
Coleslaw on my hot dog? I don't know. Um,
what is up with all of these having fucking onions, bro?
onions are good.
I don't like most stuff. I don't like onions in.
I don't like a lot of onions. Like you can't be throwing onions everywhere. It's like you got to use it sparingly, but when you use it sparingly, it's really good.
Also, a lot of these have sauerkraut on them, which I also find weird.
Yeah. Yeah. Fenway Frank, boiled and grilled, served New England style bun, mustard relish. Okay, Boston baked beans. Oh my God.
That's weird.
That
That is a weird one.
which they add just because it's Boston baked beans. That's
Um,
not because it's a good thing to do. Um, Texas dog, chili cheese, jalapenos. That seems all right.
California dog is just wrapped in bacon with onions and peppers.
They just want to die. Um,
I don't. Yeah, I'm not big on sauerkraut either. So the let's see, Seattle. The hot dogs are split in half and grilled before being put in a toasted bun, top with grilled onions, sriracha sauce, jalapenos, cream cheese.
that is something I want to try eventually
I want to
here.
try that next time I am up there.
Yeah. Well, next time, I don't think there's going to be a PAX Prime, but if there was, and if you were able to come, we
Yeah,
we could organize that.
yeah. Just eat a hot dog.
To go up to Capitol Hill, go to a hot dog cart that's on Pine and Broadway by by all those bars.
Well, there you go.
They're always hanging out. It'll be like 2 a.m.
So
If it sucks, we can go to Rancho Bravo and get some tacos.
okay, yeah, I'm down. They got a good chicken taco out there.
I haven't run into any, but I'm very safe when it comes to my food. It's like I don't have a lot of money. I'm not going to waste it on something I think
So,
I'm not gonna like.
see, I'm like I understand that, but like I'm an adventurous child. I need to know the good restaurants.
Sure. No, I don't blame you.
I'm being a fat kid, literally and at heart. I need to find the good restaurants in the town. Um, all right, so that's hot dog talk for your
Hot
hot
dog
dog
talk.
podcast.
New Jersey hot dogs use pizza bread for their bun. I find that interesting.
What was the giant bomb, the Coney Island hot dog cooker?
Oh my God. Wow. I haven't thought about that in a very long time.
Um,
Yeah.
Nicole says, "Gotta hop off later, guys." Wait, no, you need to see this hot dog thing. Let's see. Coney Island edition. Here we go.
Hey, so we talked.
Yeah, so you can get a thing that perfectly cooks a hot dog.
uh, yeah, there's the
yeah,
machine there.
yeah. You put a bun in each side. Let's see, Jesus, okay.
Real quick, real quick.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's see if we can skip to the
we're almost
action
done.
stuff.
So it's a pop up hot dog toaster. Hold on.
So it's a toaster.
Yeah, see, boom, right
Oh,
there.
there you go. Look at that.
Yeah, there we go.
Ah,
Actually, you know what my favorite way to do a hot dog is?
mm.
Barbecue.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you gotta barbecue a hot dog. You barbecue it and then you do it. I've seen it used. It doesn't work.
Does it
well.
work? Oh, that's a shame.
That is
Also, I'm not surprised.
does not surprise me.
Okay.
All right. Well.
All right.
All right, chat. We're gonna give you a couple minutes to give us any other questions or comments you may have, and then we're gonna wrap it up.
Thanks, Nicole, for hanging out. Thank you to everyone who hung out for our podcast today. It was a fun one.
Thank you. You're all beautiful people.
Yes. Now, see, pizza dough hot dogs, like, that would be great if the pizza dough was the one that's, like, filled with cheese.
That wouldn't be bad. You want to be
Parmesan, garlic.
Um.
Put some marinara sauce on the dog. Just make a pizza dog.
Be good. Last time I had a hot dog, it was at the Sonic movie.
Of course.
Well, no. So I got there early, and I got there early because they were sold out of the showing I wanted to go to, and I was really hungry to begin with. So I was just like, well, I might as well get my popcorn. I don't want to just eat popcorn and M&Ms
Yeah.
for lunch.
No, you have to get some real food.
So fuck it, I'll get a foot long.
Did you get a chili dog?
No, I did ketchup, mustard, and pepperoncini.
Okay.
Uh,
I have always, again, because I'm cheap
mhm.
and I'm not trying to get crazy. I just plain hot dog and bun. It's good enough for me.
No ketchup, no mustard.
No, nah. I'm here for the meat and the bread.
I just don't. I don't like the taste of hot dog entirely on its own.
Oh, see, I do. I'm weird like that.
Chili dogs are good though. I do like a good chili dog.
I don't like chili dogs myself, just because I'm not a big fan of chili necessarily. But Although that was when I was younger. I haven't tried chili in years. Maybe I'll like it
You
now
might
because
like
your taste
chili.
buds
The
change.
thing about chili, though, is it has to be made right. Like my favorite chili is if you take golden silver chili and make it a little spicier.
Hmm.
But they put real their chili's thick. You got real good chunks of like bean and beef in there. Like you'll take a bite and
Ooh,
you'll
that
just be
sounds
like,
all right.
yeah. Mm. Next time you're in town, we'll go to the Golden Silver, get some chili and some cornbread.
Sure.
Mm. Oh yeah, they serve it with this big cornbread muffin.
Okay.
Yeah, boy.
Quinn says, step one, take handmade Polish sausage or beer-basted bratwurst. Step two, marinate sausage or bratwurst in teriyaki barbecue sauce for 24 hours. Okay, we're already going beyond what I'm willing to do for a hot dog. Step three, grill to perfection. Toast buns on grill. Step four, add condiments and enjoy.
You have the right chili on the dog. So here's the thing. That's if I'm doing that level of work, I'm not making a fucking hot dog. If I'm
This
going
is
to
for Thanksgiving.
if
Like,
if I'm going to the point of where I'm busting out a barbecue and
hmm.
fucking marinating something, we're making a tri-tip, boy.
Ooh.
Or we're making a steak, or we're making even chicken. I'm not fucking like. Look, the thing about the hot dog is it is cheap and quick.
Hmm.
Okay, like that's the thing about a hot dog. You fucking boom, 3 minutes on the grill each side. Throw that shit on a toasted bun. Load a bunch of veggies on that shit, and you eat it.
Yep.
You know, like
We're having a barbecue at the park. We got our barbecue grill right here. We got a package of like 60 hot dogs with buns. Let's get these out.
something you make aside long Northwood burgers and tri-tip, like a big barbecue cookout. Even then, dude,
Ooh.
that's once again that's too much work for a fucking
That's
hot
some
dog.
Hank Hill ass work for that hot dog.
Yeah, it's too much. Too
Some people can
much.
do that for sure.
I mean, yeah, like I'm, um,
Since living the apartment life and like like I've when you're a teen and you're still part of the family and so you're like in like the suburban area and you're having your cookouts and you're going over to friends' backyards and things like that and then you enter your 20s and then everyone's broke as shit and like I haven't had a barbecue cookout in years and years.
dude,
Mm.
if this virus is over in the summer, come here. I got a barbecue. I got a house.
According to DoorDash, you don't.
According to DoorDash, I have an empty lot, which is still good for a barbecue.
That's fair.
So yeah, no,
Oh
like
God.
yeah, no, we could easily do a. I had more barbecue cookouts in the army than anywhere
I
else.
I believe that.
I that yeah, that sounds all right.
Yeah.
I haven't done a barbecue out here in a good 4 years, so no, I would be. If you guys can, Quinn, next time Aaron's in town, we'll go. We'll get some propane, for the grill,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Propane.
yeah, I have a propane grill. I don't. I wonder if it still works. It probably does. Um, I feel like it should be a new rule that once this everyone is over, everyone should have a barbecue. Absolutely, propane heresy. No, propane is the way to grill, homie. Um, no, no, you fucking okay. Let's charcoal, charcoal. You fucking get that shit on your meat, and look, the argument is smoky flavor. I can get you a fucking smoky flavor without having to deal with that messy ass shit that is charcoal, that is uneven and doesn't cook your shit right, and then you have less control of. All right,
Mm.
this is what you do. So with yeah, because I can give you the advantages of propane, which is more control, easy to shut off and on. You don't have to deal with starting it in fluid or setting your fucking house on fire. Um, Plus that smoky flavor. You just get some fucking wood chips. That's it. You throw some wood chips in the bottom of your fucking propane grill. You get all the advantages of propane, of control and easy to start and all that shit, with the advantages of that smoky flavor. That's
Huh.
all you want from charcoal anyway. Because otherwise it smells bad. It's a bitch to clean.
Yep.
It's a bitch to start.
I
Um,
have no opinion on propane versus charcoal, but you're selling me on the less work dealing with propane. What?
Okay, so I have fought my dad over this, and he uses propane. Admittedly, his shit is better than mine. But charcoal grill was cheap and it's big. So what? It's bigger. Who the fuck cares? I'm out there all day cooking anyway.
If you're the one manning the barbecue, you're gonna be there anyway, regardless. Like, yeah, you do want bigger space, but
Yeah, and the thing is my fucking propane grill has like 4 racks, so like I'm good, homie. Um,
it sounds cool. I
I'm
me
a
being lazy, I'm very much like which one is easier to clean up.
propane by far
Yeah,
by far. It's not
as
even
someone who
close.
who cleans propane grills, like when I go to buildings, they are all using propane just because I'm not gonna mess with all that,
Um,
and neither does anyone else that lives in the building.
yeah, no. If I had the choice over propane grill, I'd take it. They're not that expensive. This one right here, $200. That's not that bad for a grill. You know, check out this giant monstrosity from Home Depot. It's $330.
Okay, here's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
We just inexplicably get big enough to hold a convention, and then we get two grills, one propane and one charcoal, and then we try a bunch of hot dogs.
Um, my charcoal grill. That's a nice grill though. My charcoal grill is $75.
Wow.
Yeah, man, but like it's not the same. It's not at all the same. Like it's harder to clean. You have less control when cooking. You have to deal with actually starting a fucking fire. You know, if you accidentally put too much of the fucking lighter fluid in, you fucking will have the problem of burning your fucking backyard down.
That sounds bad.
Like, ah, man, it's like, yeah. Here's the thing. Now, if you're talking about like this, yeah, this is too expensive. $1,700. Nah, you at your mind. Let's see if we can find an equivalent to what my dad had. Let's see. If I had the space money to burn, I'd chuck 300 at that. Yeah, no, absolutely.
Uh, this
Uh,
just makes me think of the King of the Hill episode where Peggy and Bobby find out that they prefer charcoal to propane, but they never let Hank know for the rest of the series.
yeah, check this bad boy out. $500, and it comes with a deep fryer on the side.
Ooh,
Fucking there you go. That's $500. Look at that thing. That is sick as hell.
that's crazy.
12 grand for this
What do you
monster.
got? What? Okay, yeah, bring that up if you
I'll
can.
pull it up.
This
Holy shit!
Bring it over here. There we go. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, that is a work of art.
I
That is barbecue
better get
art.
Wi-Fi.
You better fucking 1,000 square foot cooking surface
Jesus Christ.
plus a 300 square foot. Yeah.
Not foot.
Oh, sorry, inch. Sorry, yeah, that'd be crazy
Okay, I was gonna
inside
say
the house.
hua.
But yeah, no, this for like $500. You got your own, yeah, deep frying area. You
Yeah,
got,
deep
yeah,
frying area. It's cleaning a deep fryer sucks, but
yeah. Look at that shit.
yeah.
That shit will grill my steak, fry my fries, and do my taxes all at once.
It better.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, look at that shit. Oh no, that's not deep frying area. That's a separate area for cooking like vegetables. And then yeah, look at that.
Oh,
Yeah, $500 for that. Fuck
that
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
great.
That's worth it. That's
Yep.
When did we become like 45-year-old dads? By the
The
way,
moment hot dogs came into the conversation.
it's a steamer, says Quinn. Oh yeah, okay. So there you
That
go.
sounds great.
Now, let's see what they got for the trailer.
I'm telling you, at some point during our lives, we're going to be like wishing like we need a yard so that we can all come over and then the football game's on later that night and we have the barbecue going and radio
Almost 800 square feet of cooking.
square inch.
Square inch, sorry. So 2 out of 3 of us have the dad bods already. Aaron's gonna get there. Don't worry.
I'm working on it.
Um, yeah, it even has wheels. You roll it.
Sure.
Oh, dude, look at this thing. Look at this. Yeah, just.
How many teraflops does it have?
I mean, I have a house, even as
You
a
do.
even as a cutting board. Oh
I don't
my,
know if that cutting board comes with it, does it?
like not the cutting board, but the slide out does, where you can use it.
Sure, sure.
Second row for oh,
You want your
dude,
second row.
dude, dude. Yeah, that's worth it. $500. $500 tax season.
Who's Dynaglow? I've never heard of them.
Let's see.
Are they an
All
established brand?
all of us hanging out in front of Bronson's house, grilling steaks and chugging beers like the West Coast version of King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm
Well, the
down.
West Coast version of King of the Hill. They would put work into their yard, but that yard's a rough one.
Though actually, I've gotten to the point where the front yard at least looks good.
Sure. Okay.
It has
All right.
taken a shit ton of work, but yes.
That's a clean burn in hell,
Hell,
I
I'll
tell
tell
you
you.
what.
Yeah, when Hank Hill's the devil, we talked about that. That's a clean burn in hell, I tell you what.
And the fire dies down in hell, and he goes, "Just a second." Uh,
And as you find
yeah.
it, yeah, $84 a month on financing. Apply for a Home Depot consumer card.
Well, I'm not gonna do
We
that,
can
but
get this today.
it's cheaper than a graphics card.
Yeah. And does your graphics card cook your meat? No.
Uh,
I
uh,
mean, if you get a bad one, it can, but
Let me tell you, man, those good summer days in Seattle here, like for a good 4 or 5 month period, it's barbecue and weather, every weekend.
oh yeah, man. I hope Everett doesn't get too populated,
Well,
or the
I got
air.
some news for you.
Uh,
I tried to go to a Monday Night Raw one time in Everett a while ago, and wow.
Paul, oh no, man. Uh, Reno's getting
Southern Seattle.
Southern Seattle. That's
You might find some space somewhere.
yeah. I'm starting to
You don't
think.
want to go as far as Puyallup, though.
I'm starting to think. Starting to think. You want starting to look appealing.
Mm.
Is like a little bit out in the middle of nowhere, Washington, where I can still get good internet.
Uh-huh. Like
Um,
that's honestly where I'm looking, like kind of long termish.
where are you looking at?
I don't have anywhere specific right now, but like I'm thinking like trying to move east because north and south is where they're expanding right now. North Seattle is a mix of like Northwest Seattle along Aurora is, lots of cities still, kind of Reno-ish, very Reno Sparks vibe.
mm,
Um, and some portions of South are similar, but it's east. You know, going west will be fun, but then you're just jumping on the ferry all the time to get to work if you're working in the city itself.
yeah, if you go like Sammamish,
Yeah.
actually that area.
Yeah, going east is the way to go if you're trying to like find more space. Like they're going to expand into that area, I imagine eventually, but they're not doing that nearly as much as they're going north and south.
Oh yeah, because out here that drive is that's a pretty good drive still.
That is still a good drive.
Let's see. Up in the mountains, surrounded by the woods, plenty of hunting, fishing, like Incline Village without the meth addicts.
Yeah, go east.
Um, yeah, yeah. Go.
West would be cool, but that's limited amount of space before
Yeah,
you're
you got
making real treks.
start
And then
taking,
you got the Olympics right there, which like yeah, you can't live there. So
and then you got the ferry and all that shit.
yeah, you got to deal with the ferry each time, which that
Uh,
can take a little bit of time.
and then where I'm at now. Let's see. Here we go. Where I'm at. So I want to stay with. So if I'm staying here, I want to stay in the state of Nevada, right?
Sure.
Because I don't want to pay these taxes. I don't want to deal with any of this shit. This is the bad zone.
Sure.
This you don't want to be here. You don't.
Yeah.
All of this is bad, 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 bad,
You're not
bad.
making the money.
Even if I was making the money, I'd lose all the taxes anyway.
Well,
Um, unless I learn to hide those tags. So this is the so
Yeah, Lake Tahoe right there.
here is too goddamn expensive.
Sure.
Mostly here, but still here.
Yeah.
Here is meth addicts.
Okay.
Alright. Um Here is also meth addicts.
Okay.
Here
Wait,
it
I need to read these labels that you got here. It's too small on my screen. What are you circling here?
Sun Valley, Lemon Valley.
Oh, okay.
Meth addicts. Just meth addicts everywhere.
I think I have a relative that lives in Sun Valley. He's an electrician. He's doing okay.
Alright, so Reno Sparks, love it. Home, but
Yep.
like admittedly getting too expensive.
Yep.
Out this way, way too expensive. That's yuppie country. That's
Oh,
that
okay.
that's where all the Californians are.
Really?
There and then kind of out here.
Okay.
So, uh,
Wow, that limits where you're going. Okay.
so we got a couple different options though. Still,
Uh-huh.
still got options.
Uh-huh.
But Northwest Reno, that's where money is mostly. Outside of like here, where there's some cheap apartments. But I want a house, goddammit.
Sure. Yes.
So we got a couple different options though.
All right.
One, we can go into the more ghetto part of Sparks over here. Okay.
That is a choice for sure.
All right. Or option two, if we really, granted, we got to start making some more money, but we could go out to South Reno.
Ooh, interesting.
You know. Last option,
Uh-huh.
um, and this would save us a boatload of money. Literally
Uh-huh.
mountains and mountains of money. Carson City.
Yeah. Sure. Carson City. I don't know if you get into that area of Sparks. You'd think that area of Sparks would be gentrified just like the rest, and thus,
It's going to be. It's just I'm talking
yeah,
right now.
right,
Like right now, I'm just zooming on Sparks. Here is already there. That's already been gentrified. All around the mall, the marina, Vista, Spanish Springs. That's all rich people.
sure,
It's that transition zone between Reno and Sparks, which is still like suburbs and neighborhoods and places you can afford to live.
mm-hmm.
This too expensive. This
Okay,
really too expensive.
yeah,
This fairly reasonable, but mostly apartments. This mostly suburbs, kind of expensive, but out of the way enough to where you might be able to afford something.
okay,
But if you want to talk about saving money, let me tell you, this is where you want to be.
sure,
Unfortunately, you're 45 minutes away from the next real city.
yep.
However, you're only 30 minutes away from Lake Tahoe.
That's not a bad place to be.
Oh, so I don't know. I'm thinking about it, especially if I get approved to work from home full time after this.
Sure,
Yeah, like it's tempting.
yeah.
Um,
Uh,
yeah.
we'll see how these next few years do for us.
Um, Not a bad trade off. 30 minutes from Tahoe, sold.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, that is a nice perk. Also on the other side of things, where is it? Pahrump, yeah. Whenever my grandmother goes, I don't want her to go, obviously, but when it happens, I will own property in this city,
where is that? Oh, just outside of.
Vegas. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
And then on the other side of that, I'll also own property somewhere around. Where is it? Where is it?
What is it?
Somewhere around here. It's outside of Phoenix.
Oh God! Wow. Okay.
So
Damn. All right.
it's like my life is telling me, hey, I know you're not a fan, but you should live in the desert.
It's where your tribe is.
Oh Lord. So,
All right.
so we don't have any other questions or comments, so I think we should
Mm.
wrap it up.
Yeah.
I'm just not a fan of the desert, man. I got eczema. It doesn't feel good.
Dude, I've been out of the desert for a while. Let me tell you, it's nice to be. I hate the winters up here, but if I could keep the summers, oh, the summers here are incredible, and which of course the virus is destroying at this very moment.
I
But
just want it to rain more than 7 days a fucking year.
let me tell you, after having lived through a January where literally every day was rain, it gets old.
So let me tell you, the thing is though is like I actually really would love to. I hate that all the coastal towns, except for like the Carolinas and Florida, are like super high tax states
Hmm.
because I would love to live on the coast because it's just great for my health. The lower
Yeah.
altitude's good for my asthma and lungs.
Hmm.
The moisture in the air is good for my eczema. And like it's just better for my body as a whole.
Hmm.
But just it's expensive.
Yep.
It's and I get it because people want to go to the beach. Da 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 da. Like when I last time I went down to Los Angeles, like even with the smog, I just felt so much better because of the lower altitude and the moisture in the air and whatnot.
Sure.
Um, yeah. So anyway, no more questions or comments. It looks like.
Yep.
So thank you guys.
This is a
Uh,
fun one.
this is a good episode, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. We love you. You're all beautiful people.
Hmm.
Aaron, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes,
Playing.
7:30. We're playing Doom Eternal Animal Crossing. It's more Doom Crossing.
Well, I love you guys. If you haven't yet, follow and join the Discord. Love you.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.